What is good? What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Wednesday, guys. Jordan, how you living
Yep.
today, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, brother. Grateful to be alive, grateful to be here. How you
Fuck
feeling?
yeah. I'm doing fucking good, bro. I'm doing really good today. We got a deal that closed on Monday that I think should be funding any minute finally. The guy sent a cashier's check and title held it for 2 days. So
Wouldn't you know it?
we got another deal that's closing on Friday that was supposed to close on Tuesday that got pushed back because we have someone graffitied the walls. I think I was telling you guys about that one yesterday. Never had that happen yet, but here we are.
Yeah.
And we have another one that's closing on Monday that is gonna be fucking it should have closed this 2 weeks ago, honestly. It was closing Monday now. And that one is yeah, the seller just didn't want to sign until Monday, so there we go. That's how it goes.
I love it, brother. Let's go. We finally got an email back from the HOA Association on our
Really?
deal in Miami saying that the application has been processed and they're going to
Does that mean it's been
be,
approved?
it got approved, but now they have to like do an interview with the buyer. But that's happening on Friday.
And
So
then it's gonna
that
close
means,
after.
yeah, we should be good to close Monday, Tuesday next week for sure.
Fuck yeah.
About
Fuck
damn
yeah.
time, bro.
Well,
Yo, quick question.
what's good?
Are you still sending attorney and fax on to every seller?
It depends. Like I have been usually, but if it's like I'm sending it to my attorney, then like I'm probably not sending the attorney in fact because it's like I just want the least amount of resistance as possible to get it done with the attorneys, especially if it's a really good deal. But if it's in like the middle of bumfuck nowhere, I gotta send the attorney in fact. Like it's just like you're gonna
Yeah.
end up having to list it. If it's in a metro, I'm not usually I don't even need it because we're not using it. Honestly, like most of our majority of our deals that have been dispoed, I have not listed a deal in the last deal I listed was that deal that we listed together. It last December in Pennsylvania, if you remember that one.
Oh, yeah, that's the last one that I listed as well. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about it. I just feel like it's nice to have it, but like you're saying, I think there's much less friction. And honestly, I might even think a higher probability of getting the contract signed the first time without any hiccups. So I was just thinking about that because I'm getting Mrs. Kenny locked up today for sure.
Let's get it, bro. I had a call back this morning from a seller that I've been trying to get in contact with for a month. And that's gonna be getting signed tonight. Like he literally just on the road right now. He's like, I'll be signing it tonight with my wife. We're good to go. I mean, we've had this deal for a minute, but it's finally getting signed. So you know what? We can count it a little bit in this challenge was good. And I
Let's
got a
go.
call I got to make. I can't make it right now because it's too early for their time zone. But I'm calling him probably by 12 today, and it's a 5 property package. He wants like 1.5 million for it. I'm probably going to give him 1.3 to 1.4, and it's like a 10-plex, a 7-plex, two families, and a single family. But it's the only issue is it's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Washington State. But
Mm,
I mean, there's some activity there. I hope we could get it moved for him. Fuck.
no, that sounds dope, bro. Actually, I texted you last night. I talked to a guy in Concord, California, who has I don't know, like a 10-unit complex, 10 condos that he's looking for, I think roughly 3.4. But I'm just a little unpracticed in doing the cap rate calculation for that's a commercial deal, it's considered, right? With that many units.
Do you have all the rents?
Yeah, yeah. So
I
it's like total of like 22,000 per month in rent across all
okay.
10 units. So might be something there.
All right, cool. Let me get the rents. Let's underwrite that. And my boy Justin Truex has one that he wants me to underwrite in North Carolina, so we're gonna underwrite both of these, and then we'll get on the phones.
Let's go. Yeah, let me send you the address in the chat real quick.
Hell yeah. And anyone that is tuning in right now, put what markets you guys are in, where you guys are doing business at. You never know. Maybe we got a deal we can work together. Maybe you need some help on our end with a deal. Whatever you guys need, put what markets you guys are in, where you guys are working in, and say what's good. We're here for you guys too, not just me and Jordan.
Facts.
All right, while you're doing this, I'm going to underwrite Justin's while you get organized.
Okay. I got to call Kenny back at noon her time, which is 11 our time.
Let's get it.
Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna get her.
So it's 10 units.
Yeah.
And each unit's rented out for $2,100.
Yeah, 9 of them are at 2,100, and then there's one of them that was at like 2,285.
So 18 grand a month. Do we know expenses?
I do not, but isn't that it's more than 18 grand a month, no?
Well, it's 18 grand for the 9, and then you said the other one is 22 what?
Yeah, 2,285.
So it's 21,185, but we need to know the expenses.
Okay.
So get the expenses. That's the next step. Guys, if you guys are ever doing cap rate, super, super simple. You got to get the monthly income. What is it rented out for as it sits? Then you got to subtract that by the monthly expenses. That means what does it cost? Not include. We don't do the mortgage. Some people will. We don't do the mortgage. I just want to know what does it cost in terms of what is the electrical? If people are paying for like utilities, well, we need to know that. Who pays for water? And then basically, obviously, typically taxes are going to be on the seller. What are the taxes? The tenants are paying for everything, and the seller just pays for taxes and water. I need to know that too. Then you basically would subtract, let's say it's 10 grand on expenses a month and 20 grand is the gross income. So it's 10 grand net income a month. And then you would basically multiply that by 12. So that would be 100, what would that be? 120,000. And then you basically would divide that by the purchase price that they're asking for. For this example, they're asking 3.5 million. Technically, if it was only 120 net income a year, it would be a 3.4% cap rate, which is not a good deal. I don't know what the expenses are though. I'm going off of 50% of expenses. It's probably not that high, guys. So just simple math, quick math, just to give you guys an example. That's what that would be looking like. But yeah, Jordan, get those expenses. We'll do that, and I'm gonna underwrite Justin Truex's deal really quick.
I'm gonna call this guy that I didn't get a hold of yesterday that Nelson sent. I think he's primed and ready to go.
What's up, Joey? What's up, Justin? I'm looking at your lot right now. At first, I was about to be like, we're really good, but basically, there's one that sold for 8K right down the street. And that's the exact same lot size.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like to a T. It did sell off market though, so I don't know if it was a wholesale or direct to seller deal, what it was. So maybe I would have, but they bought this for a lot more though, no?
Yeah, I think they bought it for like
Eight.
70, I think.
And they're asking 10 grand now?
Well, he's asking more, but I got him down to like 10,100.
Why are they asking, or why are they willing to take so much less than they have?
He lives somewhere else, and his wife bought it for like a retirement plan, but I think his wife passed away.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get it, 10 might be fine, because I mean, there's lots that sold for 75, 35, 35, 75, and then another one that sold for 8. So the ones that sold are about twice the size for 35. So maybe about 15 a piece, like 15 an acre. But I mean, I would just ask, like, see if we get it for 8 grand. I mean, 10 grand might be like the ceiling, and potentially you can move it a little bit higher, but it's not like this is gonna be like a gigantic deal.
Yeah, but pays for some marketing, keeps things moving.
Exactly, bro, exactly.
And, okay, I can't right now, I'm at work, but I'll try calling him later. And then, y'all be down to JV it?
Yeah, bro, we could probably get this one for you.
Sounds good. Thanks for checking it out.
I got you, bro.
Yeah. What about Battle Creek? How's that coming along?
So basically what's going down is Garth is going in today to go get figure out what's going on with him going into the facility, because he basically has to go get treatment done for 2 months. He will know after today what his timeline is, when he's going in, what the plan is, everything going forward. And then after that, tomorrow we have a call with the buyers in Garth, and we're basically going to finalize all the details. They're moving forward regardless, it looks like, at this point. And we basically just got to get all the details done. They're basically willing to put up some money up front directly to them before closing, so that they can start training them, and then the rest will be done in a 30-day closing, essentially.
Nice. So sounds like that will close.
Yeah, it's going to be $20K assignment fee on that one. I think everyone involved knows what we're making and what's going on, and I think we'll be good.
Nice, man. Cool. Awesome.
Let's get
We're
it,
gonna
bro.
do some more.
We're going to do a lot more, bro. Keep finding these long-term care facilities now. Let's get it.
Let's go. Cool, bro. All right, man. I'll see you, Joey. Appreciate you so much.
I got you. You're on the live, by the way. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's good, T-X?
Peace out, man.
Peace out, brother. Johnny says it's good too, by the way.
What's up, Joey? I gotta go.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so this guy said, oh, did you freeze? We lost him. You back?
Yes.
All right. This guy said total expenses is $440. Do you think he means per unit? He says
What's-
$440 HOA, including all maintenance, water, and insurance.
Yeah, so that's the HOA. So I would ask him, what about the taxes? What about the electrical or the utilities? What about taxes and utilities? You guys see Jordan texting away here, guys? The little texter he is.
No, this guy, I tried to set up a call today, and he said he was really busy today, so that's the only reason I texted him.
Yeah, it's okay. I get it. You're solid. We know. Just tell it to the audience.
You're crazy. You wildin', brother.
He works shift work. He works shift work and will not go.
Is Nelson hopping up in here today?
I think he has daddy duty today, so I don't think he can.
Okay. Dude, I fumbled the bag and I didn't copy the notes from the lead he gave me yesterday. I really want to call that guy. I really want to call him.
¿Quién? Let's call this guy. Property taxes are based on purchase price. Here, we just need to know what it's currently at right now. I understand that, but we just gotta know what it's at. I mean, you could look it up online yourself, bro.
Can I?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joey. I think we were texting about your property in Macon.
Okay.
Are you looking to sell the one in Cedar Street?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you know how much you're looking to get for it?
Cedar Street, I really didn't put no number like this yet. But Cedar Street actually is 3 properties right there. There's a lot next to it also. There's no house on it. It's right there on the corner.
Okay, so it's a house and 2 lots, or 2 houses in 1 lot?
There's a house and 2 lots.
Okay, and you'd be looking to sell all 3?
Yeah, the one I'm having problems with the city, I don't know about them. I gotta figure out what they're trying to say. Well, the other 2 I got the needs all of it, but some they gotta hang up, they gotta deal on one of them, on the other lot.
Understood.
Yeah, but the other 2, the corner lot and the one Cedar's next to, both built like that together. I was
Gotcha.
asking, looking, yeah, I probably sell all of them. I'm gonna sell both of those for about 8 because I got some back taxes that need to be paid on it, and I need to be able to cover that.
So eight grand to cover the back taxes and buy both the lot and the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if we could agree on numbers today, would you be ready to start the process right now?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it. And then are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else that would have to be here for this call?
No, just me.
Just
It's
you.
just me.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So just a little bit about how my process works. I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about the property, and then I'll get you an offer on this call. If the offer makes sense, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. As long as you're good with everything in the agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to a title company. They'll obviously keep you protected as a seller and us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date, and title would distribute the money via wire transfer or certified check, whichever is easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So tell me about the condition of the house that's on 2363.
I need work.
Okay.
I never got a chance to work on it. Yeah, it needs work. It was started out working on it. We cleaned it all out, took everything out of it. I think somebody broke in it, damaged the windows, we boarded it up. I was like, shoot. That was a while back, and that kind of slowed the process. Now I'm probably just trying to work on it because the city done bought all the area around there.
Understood. I'm seeing
but when I had bought it, the city had bought all the other property. Now they have to kind of move everybody out. Now I don't have time to get back to it because I have some other properties I'm making that we're working on.
Got you. Understood. Okay. And it, like, structurally and foundation wise, is everything good on that end?
Yeah, the foundation is fine. It got a leak. The roof was covered. I don't know. It probably ain't covered now. But it had a leak. There was some water damage coming. Probably got some water damage by now.
Okay, so there's some water damage probably coming in, but like the structure itself's good. It's just gonna need remediation. Probably maybe some old stuff going on.
Yeah, it's gonna need some roof repair and some really cleaning out because I hadn't seen it in about a year, and I don't know what it looks like right now.
Okay.
And then once upon a time, it did have something. When I first got it was livable. I first got it, and we now started
fixing it up. So, but now I know it has some roof damage because the tree limb ain't heated, and I had to go and put a tarp on the roof.
Okay. So it's gonna, and then
In the corner.
plumbing, electrical, HVAC. I'm guessing it's gonna need everything basically, right? It sounds like.
No, you know what? The electric in the HVAC, it's gonna be HVAC. It has any there. It's a 1 bedroom.
Okay. So it's gonna need
And
HVAC.
yeah, it has electric in it. Like I say, man, I gotta go and check. I don't remember. I don't remember them stealing the copper out of it. We have PVC land plumbing. So I don't have copper plumbing. I remember tightening up that bathroom. Had a shower bath. Got tile shower bath. It was the work being done on it for the person that was in it. And trying to think what was needed. I don't know. You gonna have to check it out, my man. I had to go down and check it out and I get a chance.
Okay.
Or if you want to get a chance, you have to check it out.
Yeah. And then it's public water and sewer there?
Yeah, got water and sewer. It's on sewer.
Okay, beautiful.
It's in the city. Yeah, it's right there in the city. It's on sewer.
Okay, cool.
Matter of fact, the whole area is on sewer. The other lot had sewer too. We just took the house down. But it had sewer, it has a clean out line outside, and it has a power line address, and it has a gas line address. We just had to take it all down, we'll take the house down.
Understood. Okay. And what's the reason that you're looking to sell it again?
And that's how I get to it. On the other side over there, other side of downtown, I got a church, and we turned it into a great big loft house and 2 houses, and that's way when I can't afford to do nothing else. I've been working on that for a minute.
Okay. Understood. And you're an investor as well, it sounds like?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. How long you been in the game for?
What, man? 6 years?
Say,
I'm a contractor who started. Yeah, I'm a contractor who started investing.
you say you're a contractor and an investor?
Yeah, I'm a contractor who started investing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I just started buying my own units. I just started getting my hands on some units and started fixing up myself. So yeah.
And they're mainly flips that you're doing?
Say it again?
Is it mainly flips that you're doing on it? Like on most of your properties, are you holding anything?
Yeah, I'm flipping.
Okay.
Like I say, I slowed up after COVID, man, and I was doing good. Then after COVID, I got sick for I was sick for a year and a half from that stupid crap. And
Jeez.
yeah, so I'm just getting back going again. So I'm just gonna work on those. Yeah, like I said, I didn't put no sign up on those properties, but somebody else had called about him and he was asking about putting a contract on it. I don't know if I was out of town when he did it, and he never got a chance to put a contract on it because I don't know if he called me back because he was calling from it. And usually, every now and then I get a chance to answer the phone, sometimes I don't.
Was that this one that we're talking about, or this was your other ones?
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay, and you're not looking to sell the other ones, right?
No, I'm still working on it.
I got you.
They're actually downtown right there by the law school.
Okay. And are you looking for a quick close? Because typically we could do this in about 30 to 60 days maximum, just depending on what's going on with the title.
Yeah, whatever we need to do. You close fast, quick, however.
Okay.
Keep me quick signs up.
Okay. And okay. Because I'm looking at the numbers. Like obviously we're gonna have to do a lot of work on this. It's looking like I'm just looking at the pictures of it. It's gonna be pretty hefty rehab. What's the address of the lot too? Just while I have you.
It's right there next to it.
So it's 2363, and then that's the only one I'm seeing coming up.
No, it's actually on the corner side of the other street.
Is it Hatcher, or is it 566 or is it 574?
It's both of them. Have both of them.
Okay, so we.
One it's both of them, but one of them, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the city's doing. Something they was trying to do. I don't know if that was on the water line. They was trying to take it because they had some type of service going right through it. Make sure something was going on.
If we could get that,
next to another lot.
would you throw that in if we could get that figured out?
Would I throw the other one in?
Yeah, like could we do all three at once, or is it you just want to do the house and the first lot?
I mean, if I can get rid of all of it, I could, but I need to find out what the city's trying to do. I need to be sure that.
Okay.
I need to find out what I owe them.
So,
they did something crazy.
okay, so is it I'm sorry, it's 566 is the one that we're good with, or it's 574?
566.
Okay.
That's the corner.
That's the corner one.
That's the one right on the corner, right next to Cedar.
Okay.
And right next to 566 is 574.
Gotcha. Okay. And if
right next to 574 is a house. Was a house next to 574 was a house.
I'm going straight RJ Bates right now.
And somehow that's what I'm saying. They took that house.
I'm going straight RJ Bates close right now because I'm so good at it. Okay. Understood. And let me ask you this, Martin. If I was willing to cover all the closing costs, obviously with us, there's no realtor commissions and anything like that. What would be the absolute best you'd be willing to take right now?
Oh,
Get
I paid 16 for all of it.
Okay, so like 7,500, that wouldn't work, kind of thing.
Now let's do it. Because like I said, I paid 16 on it, and by the time I get through, I'm just not gonna make anything off of it. I'm losing already.
Okay. So what I'm gonna basically
You see that it was 16 paid for all three. 14.5 plus the commission for the agent. But you see it when you pull up all of them, you see what we spent. Because I've been on it for the last 6-7 years.
I got you.
So yeah, I'm already in a loss.
Okay.
That's why I'm just trying. If I get rid of one, I want to get rid of all of it.
No, I hear you. So if I'm good at 8, we're basically good to go right now. Then I can send you over the agreements.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your email, brother?
It is MRCO.
Let's go.
Before 1860.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
AT&T bought out the other side.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do 2 separate agreements just because it's 2 separate parcels to keep everything clean with title. I'll just put 7 G's for the house and then 1,000 for the lot. And just give me 30 seconds, or no, I'm sorry, give me about a minute. Let me just draft everything up. We'll just go over everything together, and then as long as you're good to move forward, we'll get title open. We could probably do it this afternoon and start getting everything rolling on it. And all I need is to get pictures within the next 24, 48 hours. Once we get pictures, we just got to figure out that and access, and I'll send my guys over there, and basically as long as everything checks out, we'll be good to close on this.
All right.
Yes, sir. So just bear with me. I'm just placing you on a brief hold. Let me just put everything together. It's going to be coming from my DocuSign, and then we'll go over it really quick. It's like a 1-page agreement.
All right, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Get them. Yeah, I think my lady blocked me, bro.
What, the one from yesterday that you thought was going to sign?
Yeah.
I'm laughing out of love because we ain't never know who's going to sign in this game, unfortunately. I wish we did, but you know how this shit fucking goes, bro. It's like you think one's going to sign, and then they go ghost for a fucking month. They finally answer, and they're like, hey, Joey, I just signed. And it's like, wait, what? Cool, thanks. Where'd you go?
I'm going to call it from my personal, I think.
Okay. Relentless, I like it.
We'll see if her phone's off or if I really got blocked.
Yeah, this one we gotta do. Nelson said, "Close one for me, brother." We own it. Nos vemos, Danny. Parcero, nos vamos. Hágale pues. Let's get this one figured out. Come on, don't you silence work today.
We gonna get it.
$7,000. This one's for Cedar. And then 1,000. This one's for Hatcher.
Hi, this is Jenny. I'm not available to take your call right now, but please leave your name and number.
Come on.
So you want the good news or the bad news, Jordan?
Both.
Good.
Bad news first.
Okay. So the bad news is she obviously blocked you because the call went through.
But why would it go through the third time and not the first 2 times? That's weird.
Wait,
That
so was that
from the
system? CRM?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then she didn't block you. She might have her phone on Do Not Disturb, bro.
Yeah.
That's the good news. I'll give them both, guys.
Damn it, Kenny. She said later today at 5, just starting work. Shit.
This is the same lady?
Yeah.
Bro, don't come. What the fuck you saying damn it for?
No, just because I won't be at my desk.
Oh, you better bring a desk.
3 o'clock my time. No, I'll bring my laptop with me, but we'll do a mobile closing. We'll get her locked in.
Guys, somebody put in the comments that Jordan needs to bring a desk with him.
Good thing about this profession is we can do it on the go.
That's the beauty of it. Okay. You still there, Martin? All right, cool. Let me know when you have your email open. It's going to be coming from Joseph Bibbo via DocuSign. It should have just got to your email like right now. Yes, sir. Reed, I'm going to call that guy next. I got you. Amor, pásame un vaso de agua, por favor.
Waiting on it. Give me a second.
I got you. Guys, I'm like looking at my screen and then I just caught myself in the camera and I'm like, Jordan, look at me. I was like,
Oh, shit, brother. That's so funny. Being on camera reveals a lot about yourself when you watch those videos back. You're like, golly,
what is wrong with this
lock
guy?
it in, bro. I'm gonna try to call Byron, see what's good.
So we're organizing dispo today, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, we're not making another call today. I want to make sure that everything is fucking organized and then we'll start calling tomorrow. Gracias, papacito.
Gusto, papacito.
I love it.
Did it come through on your end, Martin?
This thing, hold on, I'm trying to get my, there we go, my computer.
Gotcha.
Paperwork in that one. I gotta do it from the bottom and then that's right in here.
I got you. I'll read it through it too, just so you know everything that's on here, kind of thing. It's a one pager, super simple. Say it again?
Legal notice, administration support this year?
No, it should say Joseph Bibbo via DocuSign. And it'll say like complete with DocuSign making. You see it? Luke said, Joey, that's your normal face. What do you mean? Yeah, it should have came in about 4 minutes ago. You see it?
No, I'm going into my apps, going into my junk mail. Let me see what over there.
Okay.
Nope.
It's MRCOMM5, right?
MRCOMM5, Mr. Com 5.
Okay, at Bell South.
At bellsouth.net. Hold on a second.
Oh wait, .net?
Bellsouth.net.
It went to the wrong one. 2 seconds, brother. I put in .com. Sorry about that. That makes sense.
Okay.
All right, 2 seconds. All right, they just changed that. Okay. All right, check again, or give it a second and check again, and now it should be right. Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I would try refreshing one more time. We have it. Let me see. Yeah, it said it's sent now.
Okay.
Jordan, if you want to unmute as you're going through the process until this we're good, you can do that.
That's $100,000, $99,000. Then I'm gonna do a $5. I'm gonna do a raise pretty soon.
Okay, so basically at 1650 on that, you're getting just under $20,000 a year, and so you're saying you could wait 5 years and make the same amount. And I do hear that
Yeah, it
actually,
should
Byron. But my
have came
question
through
to
by
you would
now.
be, how much are your expenses at that property in particular? Do you know?
I'm not going to have that expense under the problem paying out my taxes.
Okay, yeah, it does look like you have it all paid off and everything. So your cash flow is pretty good on it.
Yeah, it does. It does say it's sent by now. It should be from Joseph Bibbo.
What's my taxes already? See?
Let me see. Give me 1 second. Looks like property tax is about
It came in, or are you
2,000 to
still looking?
2,100 per year. So yeah, a couple $100 a month.
Okay, maybe refresh it one more time, and then if it doesn't come in after you refresh it, I'll just resend it again.
So I make 89,000. 89,000 and you know, 89,000. I mean, in the next, I make 89,000 in the next 5 years. Minus the tax.
Okay. Yeah, I got that number too. So I hear you, Byron. I guess the question that I have for you then is what price do you think would make sense for you, given that you're getting such good cash flow on this right now?
I have no idea. I hadn't even thought about it. It hadn't even crossed my mind.
Maybe did you check the junk too, the spam folder?
I mean, if I wasn't getting good income, I'd probably just dive all over it instead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if we could agree on a price today and we could get a price that makes sense to you in light of how much you're making in cash flow, is this something you think you'd be ready to start the process on today?
I mean, whatever you offer me is not going to be that much because you got to do what the market value is. You can't go too much past the market value, and they're going to do a 70% ATR, ATV, less than what I'm getting. And that's why the numbers are where they're at, which I'm not mad about that. I mean, what the area is going for is what the area is going for.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different ball when it comes to rent.
Sure.
You know, regardless of what the company like, what's going on, or what's going on with the economy, and this, that, and the third. A person got to have a roof over their head. They got to have a place to stay, and a place to put their stuff, and a place to eat, and a place to shelter, to hunker down and shelter to. So I mean, even apartment complexes, even when the economy was bad, they still was making their money because people needed somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell the landlord, well, the economy's bad, I'm not gonna pay you your rent when you don't sign the lease.
Sure. No, I hear you, Byron. And just looking at the rent rate.
I gotta cut.
Go ahead. No, you're good. I'm happy to listen to what you're saying so I can better understand your perspective. Just looking at the rent rate right now, I think 1650 is at the top of the range. It looks like the average in the 75217 zip code is about 1400 for a 2-1. And so I think it's awesome that you're getting 1650, and the idea of increasing the rent by 5% soon. I mean, if your tenant's willing to accept it, then that's just awesome. And yeah, I think you're killing it on the rents out there right now. So I think with my offer sitting at 110 right now, I have a little bit of room that I could come up. It looks like you provided us with a lot of information in regards to the condition, and I think I'm probably going to have to come in and spend around $30,000 to kind of fix the property up and make it look like an HGTV special. You know, that's kind of what we like to do. And so I have a little bit of room. I'm willing to kind of talk with you to see if we can come to a number that makes sense to you and also still makes sense to me, as far as allowing me, because obviously I'm an investor and I want to make sure you're taken care of and you're getting good profit and you feel good about it. And then on the back end for me, I want to make sure that after I go spend that 30,000, there's enough room for me to make a profit as well. So I have some room. In a perfect world, what number do you think you would be happy with if you sold this and we got the process started today?
I can't even have to think about it. Like I told him, I really can't even say I didn't pull the trigger back then because, like I said again, even with the numbers, it's a big race. It's when you go to your CPA, you can write stuff off and get some money back at the end of the year, or when you sell something, or like I had stock I made money. That capital gain, it's a month, it's a brand monkey.
Yeah.
I made $60,000 with the, I made $60,000. I made $100,000. I'm just saying, I made $60,000, but it took 34% of my money. You know what I'm saying? Capital gain. I mean, I don't know what it is. I can get a loan. I can go get an equity loan. If you would give me an equity loan on my house for $110,000, I wouldn't have to pay no tax on it because you gave me a loan on the house. But if you pay me, if I sell the house outright, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It sounds like you're just really trying to avoid the capital gains tax.
Yeah, the taxes is killing me. And with Trump in office and all this stuff he's doing now, it's going to get worse. And that's what really scares me. Not only that, the only way I can avoid that is you have to give me the money, and I have to take that money you give me and go purchase another property. And it's going to be hard to get a profit for $110,000, even $130,000. There's no $130,000 profits out here.
Yeah, no, I hear that out there in Dallas for sure. That makes sense to me. And I'm just doing some research right now on the capital gains tax in Dallas. And you've owned this property for more than a year, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it looks like for most people in Dallas, your capital gains tax is going to be closer to 15%. Since you've held the property for more than a year, it gets up to like 37% if you have held it for less than a year on a short-term capital gains. But it looks like the long-term capital gains right now is sitting at right about 15%. And so it wouldn't, I understand, like, I mean, taxes are the worst, it would be a much better world if we could.
They don't play by the rules or anything.
No.
I'm not trying to be funny with you, man.
No, I hear you. I 100% hear you.
Yeah, when they say don't mess with Texas, they ain't playing, man. Yeah, that's something going down.
Yes, sir. No, listen, if I could have my way, none of us would have to pay taxes on anything. So I hear you.
I don't even understand why we pay taxes. I don't even know why they pay taxes out of our. Why do we even pay taxes out of our paycheck when you still got to go take something else out to have money to have a retirement? Why you telling us I already got the money out of Social Security. You're telling us that by the time I get over there, it's not going to be in the Social Security. So why are we even paying taxes into something that we're not going to even get to use? It doesn't even make any sense, man.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't make sense at all. And I have the same questions myself. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, we're paying income tax, we're paying property tax. Then we go to the grocery store and we want to buy groceries. We're paying tax on the groceries. Like, we're just paying tax on everything everywhere we go.
And then Texas taxes have went crazy. The house used to cost $30,000, $40,000, and $50,000. That the house I got, that was maybe a $40,000 and $50,000 house or $30,000. Now they don't. I can't even get that house for that price anymore.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
What I'm saying?
I do, 100%. I mean, in a perfect world, we just get to keep all the money that we earn. And like on something like this, when you've got a nice property that's cash flowing you well and you want to sell it, I mean, in a perfect world, you get to keep all that money and they're not in your pockets digging for your money and trying to get a piece of what's yours. So I absolutely understand where you're coming from.
About the millionaire and the billionaire is a different way. There's a different tax bracket. I can write off something and not pay them. I'll be in a different little bracket.
Sure.
If you're rich, you get to not pay tax.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, it's the way the world is set up, and it's okay. I understand, but I think about it, man. But my personal opinion, I like my cash flow.
I hear you.
I'm a contractor. I work on houses. I like those things compared to running around, buying lean, hoping people want to pay me.
I hear you, Byron. So you're a contractor, you said? How long have you been doing that?
Oh, I've been doing it 25 years.
Oh, wow. Do you work on like residential homes and do
residential, commercial, and everything? I got sewer machines, unstopped sewer lines. I got a hydrojet machine. I can tunnel your house, fix a slab, sewer line. I do bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel. Just kind of what you want done. I mean, if there's something I can't do, I won't waste your time. I'm not good with the granite cabinet. I can put the cabinet up here. I get some real stuff to granite.
Okay.
You know, I'm not, I never, actually, if you gotta have right tools to cut that granite and stuff and do all that, don't lie. I'm put that for micro countertops and all that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that right there, no.
No, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah,
I thought about getting my contractor's license. I'm out here based in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I was looking into getting my contractor's license because I was interested in that. When we start doing more flips, I kind of wanted to be the contractor on the job for it, but it's actually quite hard to get your license out here in Utah. Was it a pretty long process to get licensed as a contractor in Texas?
It's a bunch of changes up here too. Everything is a bunch of changes. What you know is who you know, what you're doing. It's just, it's so many people doing so many shady things, and so many underhanded things. That's what makes it hard to get for people to get their license to do a lot of things. I don't even care about the license anymore. I really don't even care. That's why I'm doing my own stuff because people don't want to pay. I'm tired of going there having to go to court and put a lien on somebody's property to get my money. And, you know, the people that's getting paid, the people that's going to people's homes and they're sending these people out, they got these sales guys, they're knocking door to door. And before you go to the house, they already don't pay because they don't ran their credit and have them finance.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
they're only dealing with people with decent credit. So if you ain't financed to get the work done, it's not getting done. It's not like I'm dealing with somebody like you. You call me and say, "Hey, I got my house. I'm trying to flip and go over there and fix it."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've had guys out there stuff for it. Worked on their house. I went over there, worked on their house. And one lady had a house she was selling. I had to get it ready for closing. And then she kept telling me they was going to pay me in closing. And then I looked up, they were trying to sell a house. I had to go down there and file a lien. Then I had to send the paperwork over to the title company before they send me my check.
That's crazy, brother. That's crazy. I mean, you hear a lot of horror stories about being a contractor.
I had to do all that to get $6,800, $7,800, $7,800 job.
Jeez, that's crazy, man. I feel for you, brother. I was talking to another contractor yesterday, and he was basically put out of business across a couple of jobs, and he was owed a couple $100,000 across the 3 jobs that he was doing. And I was just like, man, I can't imagine going in and you're just doing honest work. You're being an honest man, doing the job that you've been hired to do. And then the client turns around and just decides they don't want to pay you. And like you're saying, now you got to take them through court. Now you got to file a lien. You got to do all this stuff just to get paid. And I mean, it's just crazy to me to think about people not paying their dues like that.
And I've lost and missed on a lot of jobs. This is why I got rental property. I've lost and missed on a lot of jobs because a lot of people want to pay you net 30, net 60, or they don't want to pay you until everything is done. They're seeing this stuff and have you do all this work on a job with commercial and residential, and you do everything, and you get done, and they're just going there and nitpick some bullshit, talking about, I'm not going to pay you to fix that, and you fix that, still keep coming up with these people. And they still won't give you your money.
Yeah.
And I'm not, at least with a workplace, you don't pay my rent, I don't like, it's called in Texas, it's called a non-payment rent. I can put your ass out. And with the quickness, I can file a lien. You know what I'm saying? I can put you out quick.
Yeah.
I can put my properties on there as a yeah.
I hear it, man.
I'm not gonna play that, man. There's some good people out here, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say everybody's bad, but man, that stuff is to throw you. It's and then when you have people working for you, you gotta understand. You gotta pay your people, and then that really puts you in a hole because you don't pay your people, you don't get your money.
Yeah, I mean,
if you
can't,
them, you don't have nobody else to work with.
That's what I was gonna say. If you can't pay your people, I mean, you're not gonna have people, and then if you don't have people in your business, how are you supposed to get more jobs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have to pay them regardless of what I get paid or not. The people are not gonna mess with you if you don't pay them.
Yeah, so now it's coming out of your pocket, and that puts you in a more precarious situation.
If they made stricter laws when people do stuff like that, it made them pay, they wouldn't be able to do that and get away with it. But they doing crap like that. It don't make no sense. 3 jobs. You do 3 with them for the same person?
Yeah.
Was all 3 of those jobs for the same person?
No, it was 3 different clients, actually. It was 3 different properties. And he was planning on moving from the state he was living in. He had a whole retirement plan. He was going to move out to Michigan and fish and start a little fishing business. And then he didn't get paid on these 3 jobs in the same year. And he was out like $200,000+. and took them to court. They never ended up paying up, even though there was a judgment from the court. And so that delayed his retirement plans by like 5 or 6 years. And now he just barely caught back up to the point where he is in a position that he can make the retirement move and get out to Michigan where he wants to go. But I mean, I was just thinking about that, trying to put myself in his shoes and understand his perspective. And I'm just like, man, I imagine wanting to retire and you're like, all right, I'm all set up. These jobs are going to pay. And then I'm out of here. I'm going to go live the rest of my life comfortably in peace. And then you don't get paid and it's so much money. And now you have to spend the next 5 to 7 years working again to get back up to that point so you can move. I just think it's crazy that people operate like that and people move that way. Um, and they just they don't think about what's going on with you, the contractor, and how that's impacting your life and your ability to do what you got to do, pay your people. If you want to retire, all of that. It's crazy. So Byron, I hear what you're saying. I wanted to ask you, how many rentals do you have in total? Did I lose you? You still there with me, Byron?
What happened?
I don't know. This happened a little while ago, but he came back after a few seconds.
Contract signed.
Let's get it, brother. Beast mode. Hey, Byron, can you still hear me? Dang, disconnected. What the hell?
He probably lost connection.
Yeah, I'll give him a call back right now. He's worried about capital gains tax. I don't know how the hell he's getting $16.50 in rent on this property, but
All I
gotta figure
know
out how to get him around that
is
capital gains tax.
there's lots that are basically my size lot that are selling for one sold for 4,900, one sold for 6,700, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both were off market, which means wholesalers probably sold them. I locked in the lot plus the house for $8,000.
Hello, Byron, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Kidding, guys.
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Sorry about that. We must have got disconnected.
I was talking the whole time.
So was I, actually. I was still talking, and then I was like, wait, I think I might have lost him.
I was talking the whole time. I was going to tell you, I was told 7, 8. I'm going to tell you exactly how many I had.
Okay. But you've been in the rental game for a little while now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I just don't see nothing else I would rather do because when I do a job, I got a right to pick and choose, and I don't have to take no banana in the tailpipe. It sucks when you have to go and take something from somebody that's, everything ain't perfect in a bed of roses. You got to take the good with the bad. I don't have no problem with that, but I'm just saying overall, dealing with on the level of, I'm trying to say it in a way and not be confusing. Yeah, it's not good dealing when you dealing, like you said. I feel a man pain, and they will intentionally do stuff not to pay you.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna pay you. They'll go file bankruptcy not to pay you.
Yeah. Which is crazy in the grand scheme of things. Like, people would rather go down that route and file bankruptcy than pay you what you owe.
I have 8 properties. I had 9.
Okay.
So I don't know 8 properties.
Okay. Oh, I love it, man. The reason I ask is that's kind of my retirement plan. long term is I'd love to scoop up 10 to 20 rentals, get good cash flow on those, and just kind of retire off that income. And so I understand perfectly your hesitation to want to sell one of the properties and get rid of that income. But I guess my question to you, Byron, is I was just doing some math over here. If the capital gains tax, hypothetically, you sell this to me and you're taxed 15% on the capital gains, that takes, if we agreed at the price of 110, that brings you down to about 93,500 in your pocket. If we could get closer to 100,000, maybe 105,000 in your pocket after capital gains tax comes out, I cover all closing costs. There's no realtor commissions or any other fees associated with the transaction. Would that make sense for you? We get
I mean, it sounds like good money. If I wasn't doing anything with the property, if it was just sitting there, to be honest, the first offer you would have gave me would have been good. But the problem is, I got a residual income coming in. I'm making money and I'm not having any problem. My tenant's been there all way before COVID, and all through COVID he paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find good tenants, but once you find the right tenant, they willing to pay and want to stay. Once they get locked in, the only way they'll leave if they pass away like the last tenant did. I mean, if they pass away, other than that, they're going to be there until they, the God call them home or call me home or whichever. So I'm 59. I'm kind of laid back on the situation, and I got a bunch of kids. I started over. I got a big family. I got 10 kids. Like I said, I got a 7-year-old. Got a 7-year-old son, a 12-year-old son, a 13-year-old daughter, and a 14-year-old daughter. So she ain't supposed to have no kids. We done had 4 kids, but make a long story short, I'm kind of mumping around doing what I want to, and I'm not real stressed out like I used to be. I've been running from this stuff. If I get a job, I get a job. I get this, I get that. If I don't, I don't. So I'm kind of living the life I want. If my old lady don't cook for me, I can go to the restaurant and eat or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I got to stop you and speak on something real quick. You said you have 10 kids?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. That's so cool, man. I'm a young father myself. I just got 3 kids, and I think I'm done at 3 because my day-to-day is so crazy. I can't even keep my head straight sometimes, just trying to handle all 3. I can't imagine having 10.
My oldest son is in my business with me, too. His name is Byron Jr.
Okay.
So he's in the business with me, too, and I got him in here with me, too, and he's 39. I got another son, 40. I end up with most of the kids, not the mother. But the last one of my kids, she had thyroid. She wasn't have no kids. We ended up having 4 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, I came from a small family too. My sister left me when I was 10, and she got married when she was 20. And I always hate when I was getting into confrontations. I get the bully off of me, he go get his brother, and both of them want to come back and fight me. I just said with his son. And so when I end up beating them, but they go get the elder brother. I'm like, golly, how many people's in this house?
I know, I hear you. That's crazy. No, it's awesome though that you got a couple of your kids working in the business with you. That's totally my goal. I'm all for whatever the kids decide they want to do, go to college, get a job, whatever it may be. But I'd love to teach them how to invest in real estate and how to generate financial freedom like you have with these 8 rental properties, so that they can live like you're living right now, which is, from what it sounds like, very relaxed, and you're just kind of chilling right now, sitting on your cash flow, and then you're taking contracting jobs as they come in and kind of cherry picking the ones that you want to do. I assume you're kind of vetting out the people who are bidding you for jobs now and making sure that you think they're going to pay. And so, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're living large over there, and I think that's awesome for you. And I totally understand not wanting to get rid of this property because it's cash flowing so well. I guess in my head, you've got 8 total properties. You sell this one to me, you're still sitting on 7 properties that are probably cash flowing just as well as this one is. And then we can put about 100,000 cash in your pocket.
One of the houses I live in, it takes you down to 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just the way I'm thinking about it in my head is you still got some cash flow coming in from your other properties since you have a nice little portfolio there. And we put $100,000 approximately in your pocket. You can put that in the bank, let it sit there, maybe invest that, depending on what your goals are, whether you put that into a
It don't make me no money. I'm off into the real game like you is, man. I'm serious. I wish I could get another property. I had 9 properties, and the only reason I sold that property because my friend, when he first started, he was on a couple of my properties. His name was on a couple of my properties. I was paying the payments to him. I did a creative financing. He got the house. He put it in my name. I paid all the bills on him and took care of him. And then he finally moved to North Carolina and got married. So I sold that one house so I could reconsolidate, get the money I need, and refinance the other house I had, a primary home I had that had his name on it too. So I didn't want to keep tying him and his wife up with me, involving him with him trying to get stuff and do stuff and they looking at that. He ended up getting him a home, but I just wanted to get out of their business. Because, I didn't want to never hear his wife getting an attitude, even though this is before he ever married her, but women tend to feel a certain way, and in my mind it was going on too long. So I had to go in. It went on for too many years. I had to pull the trigger.
I hear that. That sounds like it was the right circumstance with that property in particular for you to sell.
It started a domino effect. I sold that house. It was upside down when I got it. But when I sold it, I got paid like about $80,000 from it. I think it was like $86,500 I got from it. And somebody tried to buy it from me in the auction, and then I put it on the market. I got $86,500 for it, and paid it off. And the first and the second lien, paid it off. Made the credit thing, the credit situation look a little better. And I turned around and refied the other house and pulled a little money out of it. And they paid off everything I had. And I went back and pulled some money out of one of my title cards. Got a title loan and paid off this other house I had on over $35,000. So I paid it off with the vehicle. I took the money out for the vehicle and paid this house off. And in the next couple of years, I'll be done paying for the truck. So it's like I don't pay it off. So that's good.
No, that's awesome. I hear you. It sounds like you kind of took the cash from that sale and rolled it into basically wiping your debt clean and improving your credit, and you're probably sitting at a really comfortable place right now. And I totally hear that. So, I mean, hypothetically, if you sell this to me, you have loans or anything that you got to pay off on any of the other 7 properties that you could roll this into and clear out those debts as well?
Well, I mean, I'm fine where I'm at. Even if I had money, I'm gonna be honest. I got one house. I bought $120,000 equity out because the taxes went up so fast, so quick. They caught me. I was $40,000 in the home on taxes. I took it out and I consolidated that. But I got some right there, and they pay me $1,850 a month, so they paying the bill, and I'm still making a cash flow off the house.
Yeah. No, I mean
so I'm not even. But I'm doing something with this guy. He's doing these boarding homes, the transitional home thing, for elderly people and stuff. And that's why I want to hold on my homes. And I just did a deal with him, man. I took a house that I normally should be making probably $2,200 or $2,300 a month. I'm making 26. It's going to move a couple of houses in the back and give me another extra 6. So I'll probably be making 30. To get them houses back there, they let them have them back there. I might probably be making 39. So we're saying 3 to 4. He said 3 to 400. He said 3 to 400. He said 3 to 6 a month. So I just did. He said 3 to 6. He said 3 to 6. He said turn from 3 to 6 to 4. So we'll say 3 and 6. I'm getting 26 from them. 26 and 6. That's 9. And then 3. That'd be 3,200. 3,200 on that property, and if we can talk about getting another property from me when I move somebody out, we're gonna consolidate it and put some places back there. I'll probably get some good money off that one as well, because it's sitting on half an acre. So I'm looking to consolidate my properties and try to really do something different, because there's really not room for people. The economy's so bad. These elderly people, there's really room for it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. My father-in-law is actually kind of doing the same thing out here, where he is taking some of his rentals and cleaning them up after the tenant moves out, and then he's turning them into like long-term care facilities where he's renting out each room for, I don't like you're saying, $600, $700, $800 per month, and he's got 5 bedrooms in there, and the amount of rent that he's going to be able to pull out of there in comparison to just renting to one resident or one family is just, I mean, the difference is astronomical. He's going to be pulling in, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, depending on the size of the property. So is that kind of what you're interested in transitioning into? Is doing something where you're like renting it out per room?
It's one house I'm doing. I got one house I'm starting with right now, and I got a guy. He's already got the people. He had And it was an accident how I ran into him. He had to move somewhere ASAP. I had a property that was open, and he needed to move like ASAP. So it just got through in my lap, and he had 35 people.
Wow.
He rented from this lady. He rented 3 homes from her. He had 35 people. He paid the lady the first month down payment for all her property. She was making good money out of it. She got greedy and walked in and wanted to take control of the people.
That's wild.
Me, personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have the rent money. I don't want to deal with the people. I don't want to deal with none of that because sometimes they'll pay and sometimes they won't. If I know I'm guaranteed to get this much for you, you rent my house every month, and then and I'm guaranteed a 5% raise every year. Why would I mess around with you?
Yeah.
I had a house I was wanting $23.50. I was trying to get 25, went down to $23.50. He gave me 26 for it. 26 with a 5% raise. If you put these 2 places, these 2 little houses in the back, I'm gonna get anywhere from another $300 to $600 for each one of them.
Yeah. I hear you. No, I mean, it's really hard to argue with your perspective there. I can absolutely see through your lens and see.
I don't have to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to deal with them. That's your baby. You can have them.
Right. So I mean,
I don't care if you're making an extra. I don't care if I'm getting 3,000 and you're getting 6,000 or you're getting 8,000. If I'm making 3,200 and you're making 5,000 or 6,000, I don't care because you're dealing with them. I don't care.
Right. As long as you're making enough to make it make sense for your investment strategy, then who cares what the other man is making, right?
And that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not here to count any pockets as long as I'm getting taken care of and what I'm getting. Yeah.
Exactly. Because with me not bothering you making money, if I got other properties, you're gonna take them from me. And if I tell you you want to do a deal with me, you might even front me some money to help me get something to go get another property for you to have.
Yeah.
Because my credit is better than yours, and you want this property.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of now that we've been talking a little bit about you potentially transitioning into long-term care facilities and renting out properties by room. I mean, is there a world where you sell this property on Karen Lane, you take the 100,000 that's net to you, and you go roll that into a property that you can rent out by the room, and instead of getting $1,650 rent, you're getting $3,000-$4,000 per rent?
I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. If they was to die, move, that might be different, but I'm not gonna do that to them. If they haven't did anything to me but pay.
You talking about the tenant?
Even if next check this out. The year is up, and I want a 5% raise. He tell me I can't afford to pay no more than what I'm paying right now. Do you know I wouldn't even argue with him? Because I know I'm getting over the rent reasonable market anyway. The rent's already $1,400 some dollars. I know I'm way over it already anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even argue with him about that. The man, I'm telling you, COVID showed the most evil thing. I had to put several people out doing COVID. 2 people out doing COVID. COVID showed the majority of my people paid. I had maybe 1 or 2 people that started being slick. But I'm just saying, COVID showed everybody's greediness. That showed their most evilest part. This lady was staying in my house and she was on house and she wouldn't even pay me. She had a portion to pay. And she went out and bought motorcycles and PlayStations, and they didn't want to pay their bill. And they knew, well, you can't put me out because Trump said you can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, COVID definitely brought a lot of people's priorities to light.
You didn't go through that during COVID?
No, I didn't have any rental properties at the time when COVID happened. I was just kind of getting started in my investing career.
Did you ask your dad? Did your dad go through that during COVID? He was squatting and not wanting to pay?
No.
California rules were different. They didn't care to still put them out. Where you at? Utah?
Yes, sir.
So maybe the rules of housing is different up there when you don't pay.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Care about what Trump is doing.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get a tenant out quickly out here in Utah for sure. But yeah, I was just kind of starting my investing career around that time, back around 2020, and so I didn't go through that personally. And Honestly, I don't know if my dad did. My mom didn't own any rentals at the time, and so we didn't experience that personally. But yeah, I heard a lot of horror stories about tenants just taking basically the relief that the government was providing and using that as an
Not paying
excuse to not
nobody.
pay for months and months and months. And then that puts people like you in a precarious situation where it's like, okay, I get that you're telling them that they have relief and they're not supposed to pay their rent, but like, what about me? Just because I'm a landlord, I still got to make my money too. I still got bills to pay on my end.
Yeah, because you got a house note, you got a house note, you got taxes to pay. You can't tell the tax people to give you a relief.
Right.
You can't tell the loan people and the people that was getting. And I didn't play that game. When I did have a loan or whoever I had a loan with, I kept making payments. They tried to send me that old banana in the tailpipe. Hey, you ain't got to make the payment, but you get that balloon payment at the end. They send you this thing out, and you got these payments to make you miss them, they take you home. There's a lot of people lost their homes behind that too. That was worse than the arm loan because you didn't. You made them think that hey, I'm here to help you, but you instead of just putting it on the back of the loan and making payments, you set this up and then you added this payment with their payments. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I hear you, brother.
So instead of having a $1,500 payment, you gotta pay $2,500, $3,000 for the next 6 months or 8 months. So how is that helping somebody?
I mean, it's helping the tenant, but it's certainly not helping you, the landlord.
No.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, buddy.
But it's the American way. It's okay.
Yeah, we do what we can to keep our heads above water and keep trucking forward.
Yeah, the game to be sold, not to be told. But if you ain't got your head on the swivel, you don't know how to do it. You don't know what to do. But here in Texas, they have windows where you can put people out and let them know. I can file papers and let them know, and we need to tell them. But a bunch of my people paid. I didn't have that problem. I had very minimal damage when it came to that. I think I had maybe one property to deal with that old. And they thought they was going to get away with it. I was trying to proposition with them. They just had the nerve to tell me, hey, I don't get my checks not coming in anymore. I can't pay. But you got, I'm looking up, I'm seeing I'm seeing FedEx trucks come up. All these trucks come up, they're getting packages off the truck. They're getting big screen TVs and PlayStations and all that. But you couldn't pay me my money.
Right.
Brand new motorcycles sitting out in the yard.
Man, priorities, brother. It's crazy how people be living sometimes.
Oh yeah, they were throwing parties every night. They were having fun.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Well, they were fun when I took them to court to put them out. They didn't get bad. They tried to come up with Trump said I don't have to leave. Not paying the rent, you out, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to talk about it. Can we work it out? Yeah, work it out. Yeah, we can work it out when you get this stuff out. We get everything out. Then we'll do a new. You can fill out a new lease. We can fill out a new. You can fill out a new. What's that thing you fill out? Application. Fill out the application. I'll let you know if you get approved or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you really got to vet the tenants in today's world. Unfortunately, I feel like people used to be a lot more honest and earnest and upfront, and now it just looks like it seems like everybody's just looking for some type of handout, some reason to not have to pay what they owe. And I just feel like there's a lot of entitlement that is going around right now, and people think they're entitled to stay in your property for free, which is crazy.
Here in Texas, they don't play here in Texas. Non-payment of rent, you get out quick. They don't. Man, let me tell you something. I can serve you and give you a week. Go down there in less than a month, you'll be out. At least in a week or two, I'll be in court. No more than 3 weeks, I'll be in court. A couple of weeks, I'll be in court. It ain't gonna be over a whole month. I'll be in court. You'll be in court. And then if you don't have my money, they'll give me judgment for non-payment of rent. If you don't show up for court, I put this lien on. It's like a type of lien I put on there with my properties and stuff. And if you don't show up, that same day I can file out a company to come serve you and put you out.
Nah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. If you show up for court, they give you a few more days, and then I can go back and file. But you don't have to get out. They give you like a couple, 2 or 3 days, or maybe no more than a week, and then I can go back and file and put you out. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as the company serve you, I get out there with my guy and set your stuff out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do in those situations. I hear you.
Just like that.
Yeah. No, it's nice in Texas that it works like that for sure. I recently worked on a property in Evansville, Indiana, and tenant hadn't paid rent for like 7 months, and the owner that I was working with had been trying to get them out, so I had to step in and help him with the eviction process. And we got the eviction filed. They scheduled the hearing for 30 days later, and then it probably took a week after that to get that tenant out of there. So it basically took almost 40 days before we could actually get like the sheriff's help to get out there and force the tenant to leave. So it sounds like it's a lot more friendly for the landlord in Texas, which is nice.
So you mean the constable? You mean after you filed in court and won, the constable wouldn't come out and set them out?
Yeah, so the court hearing went in our favor, and then it took about another 7 days before the tenant left. So all in all, it took almost 40 days to get the process to.
So did y'all pay the constable to come out? So here in Texas, this is how it works.
Yeah.
You go to court, you win a judgment. So once you win your judgment, whether it takes a week, a month, or however you get in court, once you win your judgment, you go pay the constable. The constable's gonna get out there. It ain't gonna be no more than a week when you get out there, or less than a week. Or whatever day he set up to let you know, he'll go and bring the constable to go out there and hand them a piece of paper and tell them they got 24 hours or 40 hours. If he give it to them today, he'll give them 24 hours to get out. They got till tomorrow to get their stuff out. If it's on the weekend, they'll have till Monday. And then you come back Monday, and the constable stand there, tell them to get out. You take you and your guys, you set their stuff out on the curb in trash bags. You gotta get trash bags. And you set their stuff out here on the curb, and that's just what that is. And then when they get done, I change my locks and lock the door, and he goes. And they stuck out, they standing out there on the curb.
Yeah.
What they stuff?
Nah, most people don't think a landlord's going to do all that, and I'm sure it's a shock to them when you actually move forward and the constable's there and they're like, yeah, well, we're going to let them put all your stuff on the curb, and now you got to figure out where you're going to go, because we're not going to expect Mr. Byron to keep letting you live at his property for free. That's cool.
Yeah, they're not playing. They're not playing. They get mad. They get paid. They be trying to start stuff, and if they're not playing when it comes to them, he'll make them walk across the street, or he'll check them with the quick. He ain't there to play with them or none of that. Yeah, it just, you have people that have a lot of stuff in the house, you have to get it out, and he'll come through. They're not going to leave. They're going to walk through. They're going to give me like an hour and a half to a couple hours or so to get their stuff out. And I got to help get their stuff out, an hour and a half, and put them what all they got. I got an hour or an hour and a half to get their stuff out. Go along, I'm about to pay a little more, depending on how much crap they got in the house.
Yeah.
But I get over there and I give me some guys. I don't care if I got to go down to on the bridge, wherever I got to go. I go with my neighbor, my friend, or if I know somebody got some guys, I don't care. I get over here. I supervise the stuff and put all their stuff in there. If you ain't got your stuff together, something come on missing, it ain't my problem. I don't want to hear it. And if the company ain't fussing about it, I'm sending all your stuff out there. Straight up. We're done. It's a wrap.
Yep, game over at that point.
Game over. Gun, pistols, whatever you leave around, put it out there and take your stuff. Get it out of here. It's a wrap. It's done. We're done. Yeah.
I hear you. Well, Byron, it sounds like you are a very experienced landlord, and actually, it's been great kind of hearing your perspective and your thought process behind these rentals, and I appreciate the perspective.
No, I thank you for calling me, sir. I apologize that I wasn't a good candidate.
No, I mean, I still think there might be some way that we make this work. I'm just trying to figure out how we make this a win-win here, because I think that we could put a good amount of change in your pocket, even taking into consideration those capital gains taxes. And, with the idea of you transitioning into long-term care facilities, I feel like we can put a good investment chunk into your pocket. So maybe you can go and find a partner like you have in the past and roll this into maybe one or maybe even two properties, and increase the cash flow that you're getting by renting out per room. I feel like it would be kind of hard to do it with this property just because it's only a 2-bed, 1-bath, and I know you already got the good tenants in there. So, I mean, if we could come to an agreement on a price that can make sense for you, would you want the tenant to be able to stay in the property?
I wouldn't care if I sold the property. I really wouldn't care what you do with the property at that point. It's your call. If you want them in, you want them out. I wouldn't care if I was serious about taking the funds.
Okay. So I guess my question to you, Byron, is in a perfect world, what's it take for you to come to an agreement with me today?
I don't even know the number. I'm so used to, if we was talking rental numbers and all this, man, I can give you those all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But on the end of selling a house or getting money and this, that, and the other, I hadn't even thought about it. And like I said again, I bought these properties to make money. To me, a house is a good investment, and it's a write-off. And I ain't got to worry about it. I can shelter my money under these houses compared to having it in the bank because I'm gonna pay taxes on my interest.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I mean, if I'm trying to put myself in your shoes and I got, 7 rental properties, I'm cash flowing pretty good on all of them, and somebody
That's
comes
really
and
not enough. I really wanted 10. 10 is what I'm really trying to get to, and I really didn't reach the number I wanted.
yeah.
I had 9 minus 1, and I'm short 2. I really want 10 properties. I want 4 properties.
I mean, is there a world where you can take the funds from the sale of this property and roll it into a small down payment on maybe 3 or 4 more rentals?
That's not going to happen. $110,000 ain't going to do nothing to get you maybe 1 property. If I get 2 properties, it's not a true cash flow because the money I'm getting with the interest rate they got right now on properties and what they're running it. I mean, the average house is $200,000. So $100,000, it might be a couple of properties. And then I still owe $110,000 for those properties. I got paid for. I got properties free and clear. I got a property that's free and clear. So I don't know, man. I mean, you got any properties that cheap? If I sold it to you, I can buy from you.
I mean, I have a large network out there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's very possible that I can assist in helping you find a couple more properties. Like, that's definitely an option that's on the table, and that's something I'd be willing to help you with. I'm just kind of taking a look right now, and I mean, they got
houses in South Dallas, and they're running $200,000, $300,000. They got houses that's not even fixed, and they want $100,000 plus for them.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're seeing. You see anything good?
I'm taking a look right now. This is just a quick look, mind you. This is without reaching into my network. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of looking online to see what I can see as far as the median price goes around here. But I know there's loan options out there that exist nowadays where you can come in and put 15-20% down and get yourself a nice property. And if you could do that and find a property around 100 and 150,000.
That's a loan with that's not a loan with the bank. That's a loan with the homeowner, correct?
No, I think it's just like a private lender or a hard money lender, kind of. It's not a hard money loan per se.
Hard money lenders only give you 2 years, and then I'll lose my. I mean, and then they want me to find somebody to finance it. If I don't finance it within the allowed time, then I lose the property, right?
I mean, if you can make the down payment, then you're locked in on the property. And like right here, I'm just seeing one in 75217 area code. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,060 square feet. Looks like it's in good rentable condition. And the asking price on that is 169,000 total. And it looks like they just recently did a price cut on it. So when I see that in the market, that means it's probably been on the market for a while. Let me see how long. It's been on the market for 165 days. It's in 75217 on Laramie Lane. And so it's been on the market for almost 200 days, and they are just dropping the price over and over. So there are homes in your area.
How much is it now?
169. Honestly, I bet you could call them up and offer them 130, 135.
It's in the world?
What's that?
What address would you say it was in?
This is 836 East Laramie Lane. So I guess my point in looking this up and bringing this up is I definitely think there are opportunities for you out there in the Dallas area to where you could take this 100,000, 105,000 that we get net in your pocket after you pay the capital gains tax. That's what you're walking away with. And then you could roll that into a couple of properties like this. And then, like you're saying, you wanted to get up to 10 rentals in your portfolio. I think there's absolutely a way for you to do that with these loan options that they have out there now, where you only have to come in and put 15-20% down. You could do that, maybe put 20, 25,000, 30,000 down on 3 different properties, and you're looking at like $90,000 spent on down payments to acquire 3 properties that are going to cash flow for you day one. And then now you're appreciating on 3 properties, you're getting cash flow from 3 properties, and your portfolio grows to the size that you want. And that still leaves you with a little bit of money in the bank from the sale of this property,
Okay.
you know? And listen, like I said, I got a lot of people in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I've come out there for a couple of real estate events. I know a lot of investors out there. I think we could find you some properties. And listen, Byron, you've been a joy to talk to. I think it's been awesome hearing about your investment strategy over the past few years and how you've been a landlord. And so I would be on board to do what I can to help you find a couple of properties to deploy these funds with, because I got people out there who are looking to sell, and we just make a deal happen. We find a couple of these cheaper properties for you. They have more bedrooms, more bathrooms, more square footage than this property that you have right now. And yeah, and then you can build your portfolio up to the size that you've kind of been wanting to.
I think people really trying to buy the property, not even for the house. I think it's more because we got how much land is on. I think it's I can't be wrong, but
Yeah, it looks like this one that I'm looking at specifically is on like a 10,000 square foot lot, which is not as big as yours on Karen Lane, but I mean it's still a decent size. And then, you know, for a 3-2 in the Dallas area, let me see what you're looking at in rent on that. So basically, Byron, all that to say, I think there's an opportunity out there for you to come to an agreement with me. We get some cash in your pocket, and then you roll that into a couple more properties. You build your portfolio up to the size that you want. And I mean, for a 3-2 out there in Dallas, you're looking at 2,000 average rent rate. Sounds like you're pretty good at getting above market rent, so maybe you even get a couple $100 more than that. And cash flow day one, now you're appreciating on a bigger property, and you still have enough funds left over to maybe scoop up 1 or 2 more on top of that.
and that's on 826 East Laramie Lane, right?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Laramie Lane, 75217.
Yep, and they've had that listed for 165 days. And when I see that, from my perspective, those are the type of people that I call. And yeah, they're asking 169. They just did a price cut yesterday of $10,000. To me, that tells me that they're not getting as much traction on it as they want. And Dallas is a very populated area. I know that there's a lot of opportunities out here like this one, and I definitely see the potential for you to make it.
Built in the 1950s?
Yes, sir.
Built in the 1950s. Yes, it's right, but it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath too.
It says 3-bed, 2-bath here, 1,060 square feet.
I'm looking at 1,197 square feet. It's 825 East Laramie Lane, Dallas, Texas, 75217, right?
Oh, sorry. No, it's 836 East Laramie Lane.
836. Okay.
Yes, sir.
836. My bad.
No, you're all good.
Okay. 6. Okay. My bad.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I'm happy to kind of help you see what's available out there for you. And I mean, realistically, Byron, we come to an agreement on Karen Lane and we do a deal together. Our relationship doesn't have to end there. You know, I'm totally happy to do what I can to help you find a couple of these properties that you can scoop up on the back end.
So I'm trying to figure out, I gotta look that zip code up.
Yeah, 75217.
Yeah, I see 75217. I see it. But like I was saying, yeah, these houses, they're not, yeah, I don't really the plumbing, the electrical is good on that house. I mean, I put a central air and heat. This house don't have none of it. I said, all that's gotta be redone. I don't even think they've done it. I think they did the stuff to make it look good. But I don't think they actually went in and did the actual work to the house. So people fix houses up and make them look presentable. When it comes to making the house livable, you know, that's why you're getting cuts on the price. You fix the house up, you didn't redo the panel box, you didn't redo the plumbing, you just cosmetically fix the house. That's the original floor in the house. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that wood floor.
Yeah, that's the original wood floor. Now, you just caught me. I don't even see. I can't see the side of it. I bet this ain't got a central air and heat. I'm looking at the house. I don't even see no. I can't. I'm looking at the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go to the house and look. You redid the bathroom. No, you didn't. That's the original tile in the bathroom. Oh, that's gotta be redone. Yeah, if you got the original tile, you probably got the original plumbing and everything. You just went in and put some paint on the house. You did just basic stuff and threw this house back on the market.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely tried to just make it rent ready, and I think they did a good job of doing that. And like you're saying, obviously you can go in and update it, but I mean, that's not something from your perspective
Plumbing
that.
and electrical are two main factors. I don't play with a house like I go in and redo. Reason being why people got more stuff than they had back in the day. You can't have this little panel box on a house with this old wiring, and you want somebody to live here. And they got all this stuff that run their PlayStation, the TVs, and all that. Even though, and the microwave and all this other stuff, the break is gonna pop.
Yeah, I hear that. No, that's absolutely right. There's a lot more technology using the power in the houses nowadays than there used to be, for sure.
Yeah, than what they used back in the day. And if you got a house, you try to go in there and it ain't got no central air or whatever, you put an AC unit in the wall and you try to run out of a 110, it's not a dedicated line. I'm looking at,
Yeah, it looks like it does have central heating and central air from what I can see in the details on this one.
Yeah, they say how long it's been there, how long is it original?
It doesn't. It just says that it has those features. So, yeah, I hear where you're coming from, Byron. I mean, this isn't like an HGTV flip for this price, but I absolutely think you could stick a renter in here and get top of market rent. It's in good enough condition. And then, you scoop up 2 or 3 of these with the funds that you get from the sale of this property, and then you collect the cash flow and you maybe do some updating over the next couple of years while you're getting that cash flow from the renters in there, and you want to go in and redo the bathroom, change the tile, put in new cabinets in the kitchen, whatever, you know what I mean? Just whatever you think would make sense for you. But I mean, all of that to just say that there's a lot of opportunity out there in Dallas. It's a big city, and I absolutely think that you can get properties for a good price out there and still get a comparable rental amount where you're still cash flowing. But then the benefit to you is like you're building your portfolio like you said you wanted to do, and then you're appreciating on multiple properties every year. You're getting to write off more properties every year on your taxes, which it sounds like that's a pretty important part of being a homeowner to you as far as owning rentals go. So I think there's a lot of opportunity out there. I think we come to an agreement and we put enough cash in your pocket after closing costs and everything that I'm going to take care of. And then you got to pay that 15% capital gains. We can still make sure you walk away with enough money to go out and then make some more moves, acquire a couple more properties, and keep moving forward and advancing with your investing plan as a landlord.
Well, that's something for me to think about. I'll just go over it and think about it and kind of see where I go with that on it.
Okay, so listen, I want to throw this out at you so you kind of know where I'm at. I know that we were talking like 100 and 110,000 range. I want to make sure that you're getting at least 100K in your pocket after capital gains tax. Like, again, I'm going to cover all closing costs and everything. So at closing, you're going to get net. I could come up to, let's say, 120,000 cash purchase price. That is net to you. I'm taking care of all the costs. There's nothing else that you got to worry about. You walk away with that 120. You file that on your taxes at the end of the year. They take that 15%, and that still leaves you with approximately about $102,000 net in your pocket that you can go and deploy on some more properties. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. I'm willing to come up for you. I'd like to, get you at least 100K in your pocket that you're walking away with after you got to pay those taxes, because I know that's just a hot button for you, and I totally hear you. Capital gains sucks, and if we didn't have to pay it, the world would be a more beautiful place. But unfortunately, we got to do what we got to do. And I think this would allow you to go and deploy that $102,000 and scoop up a few more properties that are in decent condition that you can not only cash flow on, you're getting appreciation on, and then you can get those write-offs at the end of the year too. So I think you're getting that 15% docked on the sale of this property, but then you turn around and deploy it and you can make that 15% back on appreciation over the next 5 years if you can scoop up a couple more properties.
Well, there's something to think about. I mean, I have to sit back and think about it and do the numbers and see where I'll be able to.
Okay.
I'm looking at, I got a house free and clear that I'm going to get somebody a house. I'm over $50,000. That's kind of not where I'm wanting to be right now. I don't want to keep anything. And then I'm looking at the house. I got to do work to the house to bring it up to the standards of my other house. I got to do ATV. The plumbing's been done. All the electrical's been done. I got all that up to date. And I don't have to, I don't want to. Yeah, I got another house, a bigger house, maybe, but I got work to do. The bathroom's been remodeled. The only thing I got to maybe do some little work is on the kitchen, but everything's pretty much up to par. Yeah, I don't know. There's something to think about. I have to really hash over that one and see if that's what I want to do. And then when you go in, people tend to find stuff before you close. You're going to go in and check the house out. You might find something else you don't like, and then there may be something else you might not like or don't like, or get even less than that from the sale. Once I move forward, whatever deal we do, it tends to go like this, because I had a friend, he said he had to have the offer make $20, but they changed their mind at the end. I feel like I really seen it, because they offered it less.
Yeah, no, that happens a lot. Honestly, it probably happens more often than a lot of people in my position would like to admit. But I can make you a personal guarantee. I do honest business, and I can tell you if we agreed at a price today, and listen, the only reason that I would ever come and say, listen, I think we need to be at a different price is if we walked in the property and there's one time I sent my team out to a property, they told me everything was in good condition. Kitchens are good, bathrooms are good. We go in there and there was literally a gaping hole in the kitchen floor that you could basically see down to the foundation, and like they didn't tell us that. So I don't think that is going on. And I can tell you for sure, if we agreed on a price today and I went and walked the property and what we saw made me feel like I wanted to come back and price drop you, I can agree that we would shake hands and move on at that time. Instead of trying to bring you down on price and beat you up on price, I would just let you know, like, listen, I found this and this and this, and that's going to increase my rehab costs by this much. And because of that, I don't want to come and beat you up on price. I just want to shake your hand, wish you well, and then we can go our separate ways instead of trying to get you down at a lower price. I don't ever want to do that intentionally. I know some people out there in the industry are a little bit shady in the way that they do business, but from my perspective, if we come to an agreement today, I want to make sure that's what you're getting net in your pocket at closing.
I hear exactly what you're saying. I'm listening to every word you're saying. It's coming out your mouth.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. I feel like that's sometimes people trying to take advantage of the seller in those situations, and that's just not me. That's not how I move. That's not how I operate. And I would just give you a call and be like, hey, Byron, we walked the property. We found these things that we're concerned about. And I know we agreed at, let's say, the 120 price. And I don't think I can do that. So I just want to let you know where I'm at. We can shake hands and we can go a different way. If you propose the idea of coming down in price to compensate for those items because that's what you felt was good from your perspective, then obviously we can have that conversation at that time. But if we agree at a price, that's the price I want to make sure I get you. I do everything in my power to take care of my people when we decide to move forward on the deal together. And yeah, I want to make sure you get what you're promised. I want to make sure everything's transparent and above board. I want to make sure I take care of all your closing costs and everything. So the process is simple and easy for you. And the timeline that I'm looking at would probably be 30 to 60 days is what I typically do to get the cash in your pocket. Would that timeline work for you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at the point to get rid of something and then go buy something over $50,000, $60,000, have to fix it up. It's not in my mind. It's not to me. It's not making good money sense. I'm getting money, but I'm putting myself in debt over. That's not. I'm not building my portfolio. I'm not adding to my portfolio. I'm taking one away. I'm just swapping. I'm just swapping from one property to another property. Then I still got to fix it up and then go find another tenant.
Yeah, I hear you. But I mean, I think we both know that Dallas is, just like I said earlier, it's a really populated area. There's probably a lot of people looking for rentals right now.
200 feet bigger than the one I got, but the other one I got land. If I wanted to, what I could do, I could tear that house down and build a bigger house on it because I got plenty of land.
I mean, you could do that. That's absolutely an option that you have to you. But I mean, tearing down and then building, there's a lot of costs associated with that as well, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, if something was to happen, if it ever caught on fire, that'd be a win situation. Well, then I could build a better house there.
Sure.
If anything happens to the house or anything happens, God forgive, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, to me, to get something, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, I don't know everything. I don't have a college degree. I'm just an everyday guy.
You and me both, sir.
Like a long term short to buy something. It's like let me do it in a simple language term. You got some oranges and I got some oranges over here, but they're a little bigger. If these oranges right here, they're paid for. I'm gonna sell these oranges to go buy these oranges and $50,000, $60,000. On the mine, these oranges gonna need more. They're gonna need some more stuff to make that orange peel run because I gotta buy better equipment because a lot of equipment is old. It's got to be replaced to keep these big oranges coming in. I'm just looking at the numbers. That number. Okay, I don't know what my profits are praising for and what the profits were, but I mean, his house is maybe $1,000 more. Those are small rooms, 1,000 feet. I think to me, an average house with 3 bedrooms should be no less than maybe 1,200 feet. Those are about some 8x8 rooms, and those are some little rooms. It's gonna be hard to rent that house. Even though that house is small, it's a 2-bedroom. It's a decent house for a 2-bedroom. Decent size for a 2-bedroom. 300 more feet, or I don't know what the size of the rooms are, but I think they're not that big in a 1,000 square foot house.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not, the biggest rooms that you ever saw, but I think big enough that a family would look at that and I think it'd be easy to find a renter for a property like that, if I'm being honest with you, out there in Dallas. I mean, if we're talking some rural part of Texas and a town with a population size of 20,000, I understand. But you're talking about Dallas, Texas. There's a lot of people out there looking for rentals. And
yeah, some rentals get rented, some rentals people don't rent.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't get them. They're not, I don't know if it's the area. I think that house I got rented because of all the room I got. They got room to put stuff in the back. It's a lot of room there. I mean, you might not see it, but seriously, there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room there.
Sure.
And I mean, not the house itself, but per se around the houses, around the actual houses. Do you hear what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely hear you, Byron. I really do. I see where you're coming from, and I think there's a world where we're both happy and we make a deal here today, and you can still continue moving forward towards your investment goals, and I can do the same. I mean, hypothetically speaking, we agree at 120K. Would a 30 to 60 day close work for you? That timeline?
No, I don't think it would. I mean, I'm right now. I mean, 120 sounds fine. I mean, 120K. I'm not gonna. That's really. I'm not gonna do anything for me. I go buy a house. I'm gonna be in a negative. I gotta fix it now. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I mean, when I got a house that's free and clear, and all I gotta do is pay the taxes on it, and my taxes are cheap. I don't tell them what the taxes is on that house over there. They're gonna be paying me $3,000. I mean, that house probably $3,000 more in taxes.
I could tell you right now. Let me see.
I bet you that taxes on that house ain't $2,000. It's that rural area, I mean, over there.
It looks like it was about 2,900. So you're pretty spot on right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm buy a house and my taxes is more and all that. No. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're also getting more in rental income because it's a bigger property. You know what I mean? So while you are paying more for taxes, you're also collecting more in rent.
But it evens out. With them charging me more in taxes. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they're starting at. And then the area is probably gonna go up every year. I'm not gonna fight them.
Yeah,
I'm paying more taxes. I'm paying more tax on the house that's not in fixed. That's the part that gets me.
Yeah, I mean, your taxes would be increasing a couple percent every year, but like you're doing with your rentals now, you're also increasing rent 5% every year. So,
Yeah.
I hear that and I see that, but I do think the increase in rent that you're going to be able to get from a bigger property with more bedrooms, I mean, you're looking at an increase of, what, $400 a month, and so your taxes increase by a couple $100 a month. You're still net positive there, a couple $100 in rent, and then every year you get to bump that up 5%. And mind you, you get 2 or 3 of these, and now you're looking at $400, $500, $600 additional cash flow in your pocket while having 3 more properties that are going to be appreciating in your portfolio.
Right. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to really think about on that. That's something I'm gonna have to really think about. I got to really answer with that one. But in my mind, I'm kind of content where I'm at. I don't have to I'm not stressed. I don't have to go run and do anything. I'm pretty content where I'm at. I'm thinking you could give me an option. I mean, it is an option. It is something I can possibly do.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do it, Byron. It's definitely, I mean, it is maybe somewhat of an aggressive investment strategy, but like you said, you would like to have more rentals, and I think there's a world where I can help you accomplish that by closing on this property for you. And
What
then,
I'm doing is swapping the apples for oranges. I'm not advancing my portfolio. I'm gonna have another property I gotta go back out and get up off my butt and go get my guys, go back out there and fix it. Go find all the problems where we can fix it. When I already know figuring all the problems with this one, I don't fix it. From plumbing to electrical. You know what I'm saying? And I remodeled the bathroom. It didn't have an AC unit. I put an AC unit. I redid all the electrical. And if I go do some of that stuff now, it's gonna cost me more. I gotta pay an electrician. Electrician ain't charging what they were charging. They came to help me do stuff. They're charging a whole lot more.
sure, I
I'm
hear you.
gonna go in there and look. The whole house gonna have to be rewired. I'm not even looking at the house, and I know what they did. I can't say what they did till I walk in there, but I'm a contractor. I know what they did.
Yeah,
They just cosmetically fixed the house to make it look good enough to sell it. That's why the price keeps going down. You know what I'm saying? I know what they did. Yeah. You put an AC unit on it, and that might be an AC unit already there that somebody put there. But I'm saying, and they didn't even take a picture of the AC. You might see a picture on your thing. I didn't see it online. They ain't got no picture of no AC unit. So they got central air heat, I understand, but I have to go in there and see. I don't know. That's something I got to think about, sir. I'm not willing to just dive into, I'm not willing to dive out like that. I mean, and if you offer me $120,000, that means my house probably worth 170, 175.
I mean, that's up for debate. I know that you've taken really good care of it, but like I said, if I come in and acquire the property, I'm gonna.
120, it's the HEB close to 70 I'm talking about. So you gotta have room for you to do you gotta have 20. You got at least most houses people say want to make $20,000 to $30,000 profit. So by the time you spend your $20,000, you're not gonna spend a whole lot. The electric's redone, the plumbing's redone. I redid the bathroom. You might go in there and remodel the kitchen. Kitchen, I know needs probably some updating on. But you might be going there and redo the kitchen. Might take the aluminum siding I got to put some new siding on there, and maybe there's some metal roof on the garage. You might put a new roof on the garage.
I have not been here for any of this call, but this guy has been talking himself in and out of selling this house the entire time. He's like, I think we go. No, I can't sell this yet.
$20,000 worst case scenario. So when you sell it, you're gonna pocket $30,000.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with you being able to collect 16, 15 rent, I might not even want to flip this. Might want to just try to make it look prettier, keep renting it out, keep getting that cash flow.
And that's kind of like where I'm at. That's why I don't want to get rid of it. I like my income. Everybody's not getting it over there.
So if you don't try to get rid of it, I ain't gonna force you to get rid of it. But if you're looking to sell, let's get this done, brother.
It's hard to don't get me wrong. I really want to make a sale, but it's hard to get rid of a cash cow.
I hear it. I do. I hear you, Byron. So
give this and and then go somewhere else and hope that you might get this money.
Sounds like you're pretty savvy though, Byron. I think you'd probably be able to go out there and get the appropriate amount of rent on your next couple of properties that you scoop up.
But I wouldn't want to pay no $160,000 for that house. I'm kind of like you. That house ain't worth no more than $80,000 for me.
No, I think you could probably offer them 120 and they'd probably take it if you came in
They
cash.
probably would, but I wouldn't offer 120 for that house. I mean, that house. If it's that, and I got to look up the area. If it's in South Dallas, I sure wouldn't offer it to him. If it's over there in South Dallas, I wouldn't offer it to him. Depending on what area it's in. That's a high crime area, but I'm not. The area, my house is just off over there in a nice little peaceful area. You know what I'm saying? There's one guy to the left, one guy across the street. On the other side, there's a bunch of land, nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? It got really more land to the house that goes behind it. If you look at the line, the storage from the neighbor's house is sitting on my property. I'm saying this about it. Half of their storage is sitting on my line. If I ran a fence, they would have half their storage would belong to me.
I hear you.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's neither here or there. It's just the money I'm getting. I've had a lot of them call me, want to take the house open and assume my payment. But I mean, I don't put too much into it. You know, time, money. You got going through bad tenants to get to a good tenant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna always. It's like rolling the dice. You don't know what you're gonna get. Just because somebody looks good don't mean that it's good. If you think that ain't good, be good. You get what I'm saying? It's like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I hear you, Byron. I do feel like, I just feel like it's something you want to do, but it's something you're hesitant to do because of the rental income, and I'm just trying to figure out how we can make it make sense for you.
Yeah, well, that got to be something real good to make sense for me, and that right there really that hasn't really do anything for me. I mean, to leave a house and to own $50,000 on it's not a sandy move. I mean, I don't have a college degree, and I just got a high school diploma. I'm not gonna even try to sugarcoat it.
Hey, you and me both, brother.
You know,
I feel like most successful real estate investors typically didn't go get a college degree from what I'm seeing, and which is crazy. It's a little funny, that it works out like that, but I'm right there with you, man. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know everything, but I do feel like we can make something happen for you here, get that cash in your pocket, which opens the opportunity for you to go and keep investing and scooping up more properties, which at the end of the day is going to help you with tax write-offs. At the end of the day is going to get more rental income in your pocket. And then on top of that, you're going to be appreciating on multiple properties in your portfolio, and that's going to grow. And then maybe 10 years down the line, you liquidate all your properties, and now you're sitting really nice, and then you can really do whatever you want to do, whatever your heart desires at that point. But
don't think I'm not doing it now. I'm getting ready with y'all too. I can do it. You gotta understand, you're not the only person that call me. I get a lot of calls from my property.
Yeah, but have you had the connection with anybody else that you've had with me today?
Well, no, I've had connections with them, but it just. And I really got that connection with you, and I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I like what's going on.
I hear you, brother.
At the end of the day, it's all about the numbers.
I feel you.
It's all about the numbers. The numbers. I'm not. You want to work smart, not hard. And I don't want to go. I don't want to. At the end of the day, I don't want to go back out having to do more work that I don't have to do. If I'm working, I want to see a profit. There's no profit in those numbers. To go take something and lose $450,000. It's not an equal swap. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You got a little quiet on me.
I said, give us the feelings. I said, know, to swap a house for a house, that'd be a deal because I'm swapping houses. I can walk away from the amenities if I was getting a better house. To swap a house for a house, I was fixing up those money. But to swap a house, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear you. So like, what you're saying, like,
then owe another $50,000, or even if I got one thing, then owe another $20,000, $30,000, then I got to spend another $20,000, $30,000 fixing it. That's not a deal.
yeah. So what you're thinking that you'd want to do a 1031 exchange or something like that to just exchange it straight into another property?
1031 exchange. Equal to 1031 exchange. You give me $120,000. You sell the house for $100. I'm still gonna be 10 or something. I'm gonna be $10,000. If you sell it to me for $130, I'm gonna be $10,000 in a hole. I ain't got no tenant. Then I gotta turn around. I gotta go in and fix the house and fix the problem. So I'm looking at it. I'm not in the win situation. I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna be paying out money, and I don't have any money. When I got a cash flow coming right now, I don't have to do anything. I'm cash flowing. I give you the house. You cash flowing. You cash flowing. You got my tenant. You cash flowing. And what did you do? You just did a piece of paper and you took my house. You took my tenant.
Yeah, but I also put $100,000 liquid cash in your pocket too. So it's not like I'm just coming and trying to steal it from you.
I'm not trying to be funny, sir. $100,000 a day is nothing. I got $100,000 for anything. I can sell my house probably and get 170, 180, right? But do I want to do that and pay the taxes on it? No. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying $100,000 is not $100,000. $100,000 is nothing to do. $100,000, I'm about $100 per day. It's really no money. It's no money. And I'm hearing this from a black man. Sir, I run through thousands of dollars a month with my kids, spending them buying this, buying that. One of them's in the band. Both of them is in band. And I put them in karate and jiu-jitsu. Now I'm going to take them to the gun range and all this stuff. Everything costs, you know what I'm saying? My old lady got her teeth done. It cost me $30,000 to get her teeth done. And they didn't do it right. Now I got to fight them on not doing her teeth right. It cost me $30,000. They put teeth in her mouth. They lied to her and put dentures in her mouth.
I hear you. Listen, my kids are active. I got them in sports. It's not cheap. I hear what you're saying. I really do. Everything costs.
Everything's going up. Everything's going up. I have nothing against it. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against what you're doing or how you're doing it. I think it's attention, not the end you want. But like I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the numbers gotta make sense. And this, to me, it's a dumb move. To sell something, to go buy something, to go figure out how to get somebody in something that I already got something in on my head. And I'm making it above market. I'm making $200. I'm making $250 above market.
You didn't sell buddy.
I'm already making $250.
Yeah, I probably gotta let this guy go, bro. I've been fighting. I don't think I'm gonna convince him today.
How long? What's the call? An hour 30?
Yeah, in total, yeah. I hear you, brother. I do.
Jordan's saying content, not contracts, guys.
There's not a lot of good people in the world. There's more people trying to pull scams and shams.
He texted me in private chat. I think I gotta let this one go.
And I deal with this every day.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to get con to do free work, they're trying to. I had a guy call me to go to his house. I'm going to give you this scenario.
Okay.
Recently, he called me to come over and fix the floor at his house. So I said, okay, yes, sir. I'm on my way. I'm on my way over there to fix it. So I get over to the house to do the work, and I'm old and I'm overweight and I'm diabetic and I have blood pressure. And I know I need to lose weight. I weigh like about 200.
Rita, I hear you, brother. I'm about to let this guy go. I'll set a follow-up for some time in a couple of weeks, see how he's feeling.
His wife is standing about 6'5".
I just felt I was pretty close. I felt like I was going to get him, but...
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And they're not skinny people. They're nice side guys like what's that wrestler? They look like they the man, her husband looks like he was black, but her husband looks like the grave digger, the one in the wrestling, the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband big like the Undertaker, and his wife is big too. She's a nice side woman. So I walk in the bathroom. The guy told me to go over there. He tells me to this man, we've been paying our rental table. So I walk in, I almost fall into the floor. The subfloor is messed up. So I called him back and said, what is going to cost? Well,
I appreciate you, Rita. That's love, brother. Just out here doing what I can.
What the hell are you talking about? I sent you over to put some plywood in. What the hell are you doing?
And now he just rambling.
So I said, man, I can't do that, man. I said, I almost fell through the floor. I said, I'm not going to put no plywood back and put a toilet back and tell them they can go use their bathroom, man. I said, they weigh more than me. I said, man, I'm about to fall through the floor. Why would I do that, man? I said, I'll be liable. Just give me some stuff. I'll just sign a waiver, man. Just go do what I asked you to do. What? No, sir, I can't do it.
You let him go? I'm mute.
Work and I do this man right. Don't be talking like professionalism crap to me. I said, listen, sir, my lawyer and I do this, and they get hurt. I'm liable. You got receipts, you got proof, and I'm liable for damages for not doing the work right. If you don't, I'll leave you a receipt. I'll leave you an itemized what it's going to cost when it needs to be done. You can get somebody else to do it. I'm not going in there and putting a piece of plywood on the floor that I know is going to fall in because the 2x6s are no good.
I hear you. I don't blame you for that at all.
And I told them they need to call the city out on it. Call the city. And make them try to fix it. Because I said the same thing. I told them to call the city. They have to come out here and see. I said, this is a hazard. Once they come out here and see this, they'll get it. I gave them the phone number because there's a plate that he was slung already. I gave them the phone number. They'll call this number right here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I want to do what's right. I want to do what's right by people. I want people to make money. I'm not mad. It's the American way. I bought my house a long time ago. I bought them back when the economy was bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get my house, and I had a problem getting my house because the realtor told me that I was buying at the wrong time. The market was there. I didn't look to the market come there. I didn't care what she said. I went to auctions. I found a house where I could, and I bought messed up houses wherever I could get them at, and when it was an auction or individual, I fixed them. So, when I got deals on them, I bought them as deals, and I fixed them. Didn't ask them any questions, bought it from them, and went on about my business.
Yes, sir. No, and I respect it, Byron. I really do.
I'm just, I have nothing against it. I have nothing against people calling me. And I'm okay where I'm at. I'm content. I'm okay. I'm not looking to try to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to make no power move. And if I make a move, it's got to be a small house.
Hey, Gerardo?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joey. I think you were speaking with Rita the other day about your property.
Yeah. I'm ready for
Wait, say that one more time, brother? Yeah, y hablas español también, ¿cierto? Ok, yo creo que tú hablas con Rita para tu propiedad en Houston, en St. Louis. Sí, pero... Ok, pero él envió un contrato y todo.
No ocupo contrato, no firmo contrato.
Ok, pero ¿qué precio tú hablas con él?
Yo firmo la venta en la compañía de títulos, nada más.
Sí, pero nosotros necesitamos firmar un contrato primero. Mi proceso.
No firmo contrato.
¿Por qué?
Porque
si en la verdad están bien, yo puedo pagar. No, yo quiero que me paguen cuando la toma llegue ya.
Sí, pero con una compañía de título, todo cosas necesita ir en una compañía de título, obviamente, pero
Sí, todo lo que nada más yo he comprado y he vendido siempre.
sí, pero para yo comenzar,
Yo hago contrato, ustedes abren el título y me llaman cuando voy a firmar ya.
sí, pero para nosotros comenzar cosas con una compañía de título, yo necesito enviar ellos un contrato. Nosotros necesitamos agregarle un precio primero.
20 casas que vendo y nunca he ocupado un contrato. Solo una vez que me dijeron que firmar un contrato, eso decía, perdón la palabra, eso decía una estupidez, me dijo el abogado. ¿Cómo vas a venderles una propiedad donde te van a dar tu dinero cuando la reparen y la vendan y todo?
Sí, pero ¿cuál es tu problema con un contrato? Si todo cosa está bien.
No, yo mi problema es que si quiero vender y que me paguen. Yo les firmo y ya.
Sí, yo quiero comprar y paguen y ya, yo tengo un casa, pero
Si quieres comprar, llama a la compañía de títulos, a Metropolitan Title Company, open the title, y I'm ready for sign. That's it.
pero yo necesito un contrato para abrirte con una compañía de título. Yo nunca,
La casa es tuya, ya no tienes contrato.
yo compro casi a 100.
Tú la firma y ya.
Ujú. Yo compro casi a 100, yo compro casi a 100 propiedades en un año. Y literalmente para todo, si tú quieres vender, yo comienzo un proceso contigo si nosotros agregamos un precio. Pero yo siempre necesito un contrato. ¿Cuánto? Ay, no, ok. Yo no creo yo soy tu comprador. Entonces, el Zillow dicen para tu propiedad es 124,000. Eso es Zillow.
130.
No, 124 no es mi oferta. Yo necesito conocer más cosas de tu propiedad, como cuánto precio yo necesito pagar para regalo, todas cosas, si una persona vive allá, cosas como así. ¿Cómo?
Yo te la estaba diciendo 140. No sé.
Repite uno más vez.
Esta casa cuesta $300,000 por cross the street in the downtown.
¿Cuándo es todo regalo?
130. No menos.
130 lo menos, ok.
Ya.
Pues sí.
Cobre company title. ¿Quién está en contra? Cobre company title, open the title, we're ready for saying, let's go.
Ok, but nosotros tenemos capacidad para formar un contrato en una compañía de título, eso no es mi problema, pero
Usted va, da $500 a la compañía de títulos, te abren el contrato y si no se puede vender, te devuelven tus $500. Pero conmigo no se va a poder vender, entonces yo les fui con los carros de cierre.
ok.
Así trabajan las compañías de títulos, si no saben.
¿Quién es tu compañía de título? Porque en verdad yo nunca hacer negocios como así.
Metropolis, Stewart.
¿Store Title?
Stewart title.
Sí, yo he usado Store en el pasado y eso siempre necesito un contrato. ¿Quién es tu escrow officer?
Nunca me va a contar con nada.
Sí, entonces, yo no quiero nosotros hacer negocios. Yo quiero comprar esta casa por un buen precio, pero yo necesito hacer cosas correctas. Y correcto es con primero un contrato, después una compañía de título, después nosotros ver todo cosas es limpio y ya, yo cerrado.
Send them a contract.
¿Cómo?
Send them a contract. Send them a contract. Let me see that. What kind of contract?
Pues, ¿qué cosas yo necesito regalo primero? ¿Eso necesita todo o qué?
Don't get in transaction bank and anyway. No problem. Check and any.
No, that's not my problem. What does the house need in terms of work? Like, is it a full rehab? Do I have to gut it down to the studs? Is it in good condition? I don't have to touch it. Yo necesito conocer más cosas como así.
Pues de a ver, si estás comprando la realidad. Go see this. No. Will you buy? Go see the home.
Yo necesito solo conocer esto para yo tengo un trato. Yo no ir a una casa antes, yo ir a una casa después con mi proceso. Yo no soy ¿cómo se dice? Contractor, en verdad. Si yo ir a tu casa, no importa nada, yo necesito enviar mis contractors para conocer qué cosas yo necesito regalo. Pero si tú quieres vender, yo necesito 20 minutos de tu tiempo. Cuando tú tienes tiempo, yo pregunto mis preguntas, veo qué cosas necesito regalo. Y si yo tengo una oferta, tú acepto. Primero yo necesito un contrato. Nosotros, yo envío tú, es una página y ya.
Yo tuviera dinero como usted, yo esta casa no perdiera dinero para nada. Yo la tumbaba y hacía unos cuantos townhouse.
Ok.
Esa es inteligencia. La otra inteligencia que ustedes quieran comprar algo que la gente no puede pagar taxas y quieren para ir ahorrándose o algo, pero yo no es más difícil.
Claro, pero si yo quiero...
Pero muy barato para agarrar la casa porque pues, no pudo pagar taxas, pero no es más situación.
Claro, porque si tú quieres vender ese...
dinero, yo hacía ¿cuántos townhouses hay?
Sí, yo entiendo el market en Houston, es como así. Pero si yo tuvo esta casa, en verdad, yo tengo un lotes para 50,000 ahora en Houston, en este pueblo, en esta parte de Houston, para 50,000. Yo veo 4 ahora vender para esto y es más fácil si yo compro como así. Yo no necesito tomar nada, yo solo envío mis planes para una ciudad, ellos acepto y yo construyo una casa en lotes literalmente en lo mismo talla tuyo. Entonces, si esta casa necesita regalo, yo no necesito hacer esto como así, yo tengo más plata para ti. Pero si es solo un trato, yo necesito tumbar esta casa para construir 4 townhouses en este lote, mi oferta es 50,000 y no más.
¿Por la propiedad?
Sí.
No, está bien.
Claro. Entonces, si tú necesitas vender esta casa, un pinche pendejo, carichimba marica. Fucking asshole, guys. Rita, that was your lead, Papa. That guy literally was like, I'm not signing a contract. You send it to the title company. You give me a check. We close. That's it. I'm like, I wish deals could go this easy.
If only.
If only. Yeah, that guy's just a difficult guy to deal with. I'm like, brother, I'm not just going to open title. I need a fucking contract. We need a price in place. And he's just like, no. Okay, well, I don't gotta buy it, brother. Pays. He said that was a cold call lead. Fuck, Rita. What are you sending me, bro? No, I'm just playing. we literally closed on a deal on Monday, guys. I can't complain too much. Well, you know we gotta talk that shit, Mr. Camden. All I gotta say is this title company sucks, guys. We closed.
Yeah, you said you closed on Monday and they still haven't funded?
They said they were working on funding this morning. It is now 12:51 their time, and I ain't got my money.
Brother, better get them on the phone real quick.
No, we'll let it chill for a little bit, because every minute that I don't have my money is another client they're not gonna get for the next fucking title search. Like fuck.
I hear that.
No, I don't talk shit, guys, like that. We ain't gonna blast them, but I'm just not gonna use them again. And we're doing a lot of transactions in their areas, so they probably wanted us as a fucking client. But you know,
Damn right.
can't change the fucking world out here now, can you? Okay. Amor, nosotros tengo carne para cocinar.
Sí, mi amor, ya voy a terminar para que ya hagan el almuerzo.
Claro. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I did not understand half of that guy either. He was just going so fast and so angry and aggressive with me. I'm just like, hey, we about to have 4 deals in the books, Camden boy. Let's go. Yeah, 4 deals closed and funded with Rita, guys. Let's go.
Let's get it, Big Rita.
To think we started back in Camden and fucking made it out these streets. Now we out here, bro, closing 4 deals in the last 4 months. Not even. Fuck. Jordan, how you feeling after that call? You okay? You need a hug?
No, I'm chilling. I just, I don't know, man. He kept making me feel like he was on the fence, like he could be convinced. But I feel like I pulled out everything that my brain could possibly come up with, and yeah, he just wasn't moving with it. So can't say I didn't give that one my best shot right there. It's a hard argument though. I mean, the dude's making above market rent. He's killing it. He's not paying shit in expenses on that. So it's like, why would he sell to me for 100, 110, 120K when he would just have to roll that in and go put some more property?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so this guy, I'll give you guys a little texting conversation. He says, I'm not calling you. I'm not taking pictures for you. I'm not doing anything for you. Give me a bank check, aka cashier's check for 300K and it's yours. If not, stop wasting my time. Money walks and bullshit. Money talks and bullshit walks. If you don't show me money, all you are showing me is bullshit. So get to stepping. I said, that is very true. However, I would never just write a cashier's check for 300K if you want to send me 300K just because just because that would make my year. However, if you're actually looking to sell the property, let's get on the call and see if we can work it out. And if not, it's all good. I love texting sometimes, guys, even though I hate Jordan for texting. So then he says, you can't lowball me. I don't need money. I'm sitting here texting you with my 8,500 Cuban link gold bracelet jingling with every keystroke. It matches a $10,000 Cuban link chain around my neck. If you would like to buy my house, do your homework and send someone out to look at my house in person, pull the property records, the public records, so you decide if you want to buy my property for 300K. I don't want to waste any of my time talking to you about my property. Even if you buy my property, all the time I spend talking to you is wasted that I can't get back. I wish to spend 0 hours of my life conducting real estate business transactions of any kind, with the exception of depositing your check into my bank account and signing my title over to you. I said, I'll give you 200K. Only way I'll deal like this. Enjoy your Cuban chain. Enjoy your Cuban chain. Sounds like you got a pretty big one. Must be nice, man. Must be nice, man. I invest my money in real estate, not jewelry, but 200K, I'm your man.
That's crazy, brother.
And then he says, enjoy stealing properties from suckers and the elderly. I'm sure you're doing pretty well for yourself. I work a job for an hourly wage and I earned 224K last year. I sleep good at night because I know I earn everything I have. Have a great life swindling stupid people, the elderly, and people who have come upon hard times. Eventually, you will cross the line. It gets harder and harder to tell right from wrong, making money the way you do. And one day you might just end up in prison or you might get away with it. But either way, you won't be getting me.
Wow, that guy's upset.
Oh boy, that's when you just put in the archives and don't bother your time with guys. But we had to go a little bit back and forth with him. Come on. Dean says typical W2er.
Dean, ain't that the damn truth?
I had a conversation yesterday, guys, with a gentleman who hates wholesalers. Like, literally is probably leading the coalition of getting wholesaling regulated in Ohio. And he basically was saying how we're the scum of the earth, we're bottom feeders, we're just scumbags. There's not a good wholesaler out there. He even if I offered him 3 times his property value, he would never sell it to someone like us. Like, just the whole nine. And I just put up my case with him, guys. I was like, look, brother, I get it. There were definitely bad wholesalers out there. That's why my mission is to change the industry for the better and make sure that we get fucking better wholesalers out here, because you got to do the right things and you got to take care of people. But at the end of the day, you're telling me there aren't any fucking bad realtors out there? Because I know a couple that have fucked me over personally on deals that did shady shit. I mean, definitely got their license marked up after it, but like, fuck, man. Just because you have a license doesn't mean you're a good person, or just because you don't have a license doesn't mean you're a bad person. At the end of the day, it's like, just do the right thing no matter what the fuck you're doing in this business, guys, and you'll be good. But for this guy to make a blanket statement like that, I mean, clearly he probably has other blanket statements he's saying, if you know what I'm saying. And I just don't be fucking with that. So all good.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, we ain't fucking with that out here. You can come
Nah.
take that up with my lawyer, little softy. And I love when people, he's like, oh, and you guys don't have any money. I'm like, I don't. You're right. I started with no money, and I fucking love that I did. I built everything I had with these fucking hands right here, brother. Well, actually, more this mouth, but it's okay. Wait, pause.
What's that?
Pause right there. You know what we talking about? We had to. Oh, this is what happens when we're live for 2.5 hours, guys, with only one contract locked up.
You know what I'm saying? Should have been 2. Byron, brother.
Nah, bro, that guy wasn't a seller. It happens. It happens.
Nah, I know. He just like to talk.
No, but what I will say though is, guys, you saw how deep Jordan took that guy. Like, that is what it takes to get deals done as well. Like, that guy will remember Jordan when he's ready to sell a property. He's going to call Jordan, and it's like, it's not always about who's going to get me a contract today. It's about every person you touch, you give them the best version of yourself that you can. You take them through the deepest of waters that you can, and you try to find the best solution for them. And then if at the end you don't get a solution for them, it's all good. Maybe you fucking educated them and made a difference that way.
Yeah, we keep it pushing, man. On to the next. On to the next with a smile on our face, brother. Grateful to be here making calls.
100%.
There it is.
So I did get that contract locked up, guys. If you guys were paying attention before, I was muted the whole time. He did sign, I promise. I swear.
Let's go. Let's
But
go, brother.
and it's looking like it might be a good one too, honestly. He said 8K out of the gate. I tried to get him down a little bit. He was not budging. He paid like 16 grand for these 3 lots. Or no, for 2 of these. And it's a lot in a house in Macon, Georgia. House is it's like a 500 square foot, 1 bed, 1 bath home. But probably could sell the package for about 25 to 29 grand. 4 grand for the lot, 24 for the house, or 25 for the house. And there's buyers buying shit boxes in this area around there, so we'll see what happens.
Good shit, brother. Number 2 on the week. I'm feeling good about the lady I'm following up with at 3 in just a couple of hours.
Let's get it.
This guy, I feel like this guy might be onto something here. I'm going to call Mr. Jones. Jones. All right, brother. See what you're talking about.
Senor Jones.
Depending on how much rehab this one needs, I could probably get kind of close to his number. I don't think I can get all the way there, but we'll see what it is.
Let's go, Mauricio. Just got a walkthrough confirmed that the guy with Ghost said I kind of fucked up yesterday.
Hey, is this Jones? Hey, Jones, this is Jordan. We were just texting about your property there on Debutante Drive, and I was just reaching out to see if you had some time to speak.
Sure. Got just a few minutes. But yeah, happy to answer any questions.
Okay, no, cool. It shouldn't be too long. So yeah, just you're interested in selling that property out there in Jacksonville right now, yeah?
I'm going to sell it.
Okay.
More than just interested. It's going to be on the market next week, probably.
Okay. And you said in the text that you're looking for about 230. Is that where you plan on listing it on the market too if you get to that point?
No, I'm going to list it at 245, and with 6% real estate commission, that'd be fair.
Okay, I hear you. All right. Well, Jones, if I could get you a price that made happy and we could agree on the term today, are you ready to get the process started right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking to an agent on Friday and planning to list with them. But if you can give me a 230 today, we can bypass the agent.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see if I can get up there to that 230 for you. Are there any other decision makers on the deed or anybody else that would need to be here for this conversation, or is it just you?
Just me.
Sweet. Well, Jones, a little bit about my process and how it works is basically just going to ask you a few questions about the property to help me better understand what's going on. And once I have all the info that I need, I can get you an offer on this call. We'll see where I can come in at. And if that number makes sense for you, I can send you an agreement, which we can go over together. If we're both good with everything in the agreement, we can go ahead and get it signed and turn into a title company who will act as a third party between us and protect you as the buyer and me as you as the seller and me as the buyer. And then we'll pick a closing date of your choosing, whatever fits your timeline, at which point you can receive the money via certified check or wire transfer. Does that all sound good for you?
That all works.
Cool. All right, Jones. Well, just questions that I have, mainly just wondering about the condition of the property. What's the story? What you got going on with it?
I think the individual original owner of the property, passed away in 2011, 2012, or somewhere around that time frame.
Okay.
It was bought by an institutional investor, I think around 2014, and I believe they put on a new roof and new HVAC system because they had a roofing permit. That I have in the diligence materials that I looked at. It was pulled in 2014. So they basically bought it, in whatever condition the original owner, or the original owner's estate had it in. Put a new roof, put a new HVAC system in, leased it up, and sold it as a lease property in 2016, which is when I bought it. I've had it for almost 10 years now. It's been a great rental property. The rents have gone from $800 a month up to $1,800 a month,
Wow.
which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a great tenant in there for 5 or 6 years. They moved out mid-year last year. Tried to replace it with a different tenant, and unfortunately, that tenant, moved in December. Stopped paying, or didn't even make the initial rent payment.
Uh-huh.
They tried to put him on a payment plan. They couldn't catch up, and so unfortunately, had to go through the eviction process there. They, had kids and left some crayon marks on walls and things like that. So they didn't trash the place, but it wasn't clean or nice. When they moved out, they left some, just some of their clothes and trash and stuff. But
Okay.
it's basically in great shape. So I had some tenants that weren't great in 2017, so I put anywhere from 10 to 15 grand in renovations for new carpet, new everything back then. this past year, after having tenants in there for 5 or 6 years, just needed to update it, so I put another 10 or 15 grand in it.
probably counteroffer that some. That's why I was thinking that, well, maybe I could see your numbers, and then if there's one that's like breaking the bank, maybe you'd want to leave it out of the package deal, or maybe we could just look into it further and see what's going on.
Okay.
Because I was telling you, if you do the rents and stuff, you know, you can't take my word for the rent cap rate, but if you're doing rent cap rate, and then factoring what you want to do to the buildings, how much you want to spend and stuff, there could be differences. Like 409th Street, you don't polish that one too much. It's in a low income area. You do Formica and vinyl and bi-gem windows, whereas 526 Main Street, that's the one where you put in the nice countertops and maybe restore the wood floors or something.
Yeah.
So sometimes people have different ideas, and my thinking is if you were to do 409th Street where you put in an extra $100,000, well, you'd probably get it back on your market value when you flipped it or something. But that's something that I wouldn't factor in for a sale now, that you would put another $100,000 into it. So I was just thinking maybe if I could see the numbers and go over them, like, you know, and see if we could talk about that some more. But 1.3 is a little bit low. So do you want to try something like that, or do you want to tell me them over the phone?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of want to see. I just want to see if we can get brass tacks done on the whole package, and then we'll like I'll go through every single number. I'll write everything up like in the contracts and everything with what would be what essentially. And I know the goal is obviously to get them all done, not just get 4 or 5 of them done kind of thing. So I just kind of want to see, I guess, like numbers wise where you'd be coming in at, and just see if we can kind of meet somewhere that makes sense for both of us. So I know I'm at 1.3. I think you were at like almost 1.7. I know obviously we know we kind of get that done at that number.
That number was just to start a conversation without people asking me for my bottom line.
Exactly.
So,
and I just kind of want to see where your head's at, because like I mean, like it's like 1.35. Is that something that would make sense? Like where would you be thinking that you'd be comfortable with, and then I could basically go back to the drawing board and see if we could actually make it work. Okay, so this is a 5 property package, and
I do take notes. It takes me a while to find the things I'm looking for. So I've had similar offers.
it's okay.
And this is all 5. So, and did you put individual numbers down on each one?
This was basically just valuing off the rents for the whole package, so I'd have to like break up every single number basically and to go back to the drawing board on that end. I can, as I'm saying, I could definitely do that for you. But I mean, technically, if I was going to give it a flat number, including the smaller house, would be $260 a piece at 1.3. Obviously, the bigger ones, it's going to be bigger. The smaller ones, it's going to be smaller. We could divvy it up so it makes sense, obviously. But in terms of the income and doing it, and this is off what it's doing right now, by the way, not what it would be doing in the future.
Yeah. So I was going to be a real stickler on the 1210 Willapa and hold at that price, but I was much more willing to negotiate if it was all going to go together. And it's kind of the same with May too, because you can't have them sell first. So if you're getting them all together, I think I need to think about this a little differently. And then offer, even though the numbers, they weren't even the same because they weren't always necessarily all 5 buildings. So I need to have a few minutes and see what I would,
Yeah.
like to say first before I throw the number out.
No worries.
It's always hard to change numbers if you're going the wrong direction.
No, brother, I got you. And I think you see at this point, I'll be pretty fair with everything. Why don't you go back to drawing board, go figure out where you feel like you'd be comfortable with, and then why don't we get on a call in let's call it like 2 hours because I have a meeting. I'm on Central Time right now. I have a meeting at 2 in about 45 minutes. And then once I'm done with that, I could probably circle back if you think that'll give you enough time to at least pencil everything out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, perfect. So around
All right.
3, I guess that would be 1 your time. I'll be circling back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, and I'll try to like break everything up too if I can in between meetings.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you then.
Okay, appreciate you, Kevin. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, his name was Kevin, guys. Didn't have the fucking contact card up. I was like, please make it be Kevin. Cool. Guys, this could be a nice deal right here. I just got to get it figured out. And I wasn't going to push him too hard because he's a super analytical seller. You guys got to know your sellers you're dealing with. So, yeah. Okay. Jordan, you want to come?
The game, realistically, this year, right now, end of the year, just kind of looking for the right place for us right now.
Okay. So, and I apologize, work call starting up. Any other questions?
No, I think that's everything. I got enough information for me to go and take a dive into this and see what I could do. Is there a time that I could give you a call back to discuss the number I come up with after your work call, or how's the rest of your day looking?
I mean, it's either 2:30 or don't do it. So if it's not 2:30, if it's 2:30, then send me a written offer. If it's not, then just keep on looking.
Okay, so you're not coming off of that 2:30 no matter what happens, not even 2:25.
I've been very clear. No, I've been very clear. It's 2:30 and it will sell for that. So if you want it, great. Send me something about it. But like if you send anything other than 2:30, you're wasting your time.
Okay. Hey, listen, I hear you, man. Well, let me see if I can make that work for you, and I'll get back in touch with you if I can come up to that number.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah. Goodbye. Good riddance.
See you, brother. No, we can't do 2:30.
Definitely not.
I could do 2:05. We can get close. Could have pitched Novation there potentially. It's in good condition, but like he's trying to list it at the end of the week anyways, so that's why I didn't jump into the Novation pitch because I knew the response would have been, well, why don't I just list it myself? And I'm like, well, why don't you, Jones? Why don't you? Good question.
100%. 100%. I probably got to get out of here in a minute, bro. I got to get lunch and then do this meeting at 2. And then I have one at 3. And then I have the community at 4. And then we have our meeting at 7 or 8.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'm right there with you. I could get some lunch in. I'm going to call my follow-up. Got the contract primed and ready to send, so I'm feeling good about locking that in. I'm going to call her at 3. Community calls at 4 your time, 4 Central. So 3. All right, I'll pop in there, but then I'm probably going to have to call this lady at the same time, and we'll get her locked in.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll be there. We'll be comping. We'll be having fun. But Jordan, you know the rules.
Shoot. Soapbox time, eh?
He said, shoot, guys. He ain't ready for it.
Nah, I've just been in the thick of it today with these conversations.
I'll cap it off, then I got you, Popeye.
Yeah, you got it today, brother. Let's hear some Joey Soapbox.
So I guess my soapbox I'm going to go over today, guys, is you need to give every client you have your all, no matter what's going on. Stop focusing on the results. Stop focusing on the outcomes. Focus on the process every single time and make sure every person you speak with gets the best version of you. Make sure you take them through the whole process, the whole experience. You educate them as much as you can. And you don't fall short just because it's not a deal. Because at the end of the day, you never know when it's going to turn into a deal. You never know if that person needed your help, just even educating them on real estate, which we're all in. And leave the client with a good attitude. Don't just end the call like, oh, fuck you, it's not working, bye. Like, no, put positivity into the universe with every person that you touch, even this guy I was texting before. And just, that's how you guys got to do it. Because the better that you treat people, the better you are with people, the better things are going to happen to you. And eventually, these opportunities that are, we got to look at every opportunity as like a seed that's getting planted. They're going to sprout and you're going to get a lot of money from them if you treat them right. So just because they're not signing with you today, just because they're not ready today, doesn't mean that it's like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Obviously, we got to vet them and set the times with them and everything. But at the end of the day, if they go through the process and they're a qualified seller that's meant to be on the phone with you, you give them your all. You take them through the process. And then if through that process you find that you can't work it out, it's all good. Smile through it. Don't get upset by it and leave them on a good note because you never know who they're going to talk to, who might have a deal that they want to sell. That could be your next opportunity, guys. So I'll leave y'all with that. Jordan, you got to say something, brother. We can't just not have a full soapbox. What the fuck do you think this is?
I don't know what to soapbox about today. Listen, I've been thinking a lot about, well, I can say this. I've been thinking a lot about faith, and mostly in a religious sense. But I recently had somebody tell me that they don't think I have faith, and I've been contemplating this a lot because I think they're incorrect, and the reason why is because I got a lot of faith in Jordan. I got a lot of faith in the people around me, like Joey. I got a lot of faith in my family. I got a lot of faith. And at the end of the day, all it takes to succeed is having faith in yourself. Whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever, at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, none of it matters because you're the one who's got to sit in the seat and get the work done every day to get closer to your dreams. If you want to make something happen, you got to believe it first. You got to believe in yourself and have faith that you can make it happen. And from there, everything snowballs downhill. So keep the faith, tell the haters sayonara, and make it happen, whatever it is.
100%. Being said, spitting facts. Jordan, good shit today, bro. Let's fucking get it. We're going to keep this challenge rolling, guys. 250K each in 90 days, not just between us. Each, we going to close it. So I will be back here with Jordan tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Go get some fucking contracts, assignments, and closings. You guys got this shit. Peace the fuck out, y'all.